of Michigan sports. Red Wings, Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Michigan State, and the list goes on. And you love beer. Who doesn't? What if we mixed the two together? This is State of My Sports. We'll talk everything Michigan sports, like only we do, and then we'll down our fair share of beer from a local brewery, grading the beer throughout the episode. So pop a cold one on your end, and we'll get busy on ours. This is the State of My Sports.
Thank you for checking out State of My Sports, episode 107. We're going to catch up on some Detroit Tigers before we finish up our NFL conversation that we had from last week. Got some rankings to talk about, offensive rankings, and then also the top 100 players came out. Pete Prisco's top 100 players, so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to kind of put you guys on the spot and just kind of try to create a conversation out of it. We'll see how that rolls. For our Betting Hero segment, we're going to catch up on how our adopted teams are doing. I know Kyle's really excited to talk some NHL.
I think that's why we're going back to it.
Oh, man, I'm pumped then, yeah.
We will, of course, grade our Siciliano's Michigan beers and just have a really good time. Before we jump into the episode, I want to give a quick shout-out to our sponsors that keep this thing rolling and keeping it free for our listeners. Dobbs Brewing Company and Cafe is the official brewery of State of My Sports in 2021. Siciliano's Market helps us pick out our Michigan beer for each and every episode. Mac Web Design helped us get our website up and running. And Betting Hero helps us and our listeners get the best promo codes available in the Michigan sports betting world. So please check out all of our sponsors out and let them know that you heard of them on State of My Sports.
Heard of them through us.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going with. I'm Sam Waltart.
Helping us.
We got Ryan helping me out already.
Here we go.
You know, when I start reading it, things go downhill pretty quickly, and I need your guys' help. So I appreciate you jumping in there, Ryan.
I just listen to make sure things are making sense, you know?
Right.
If it doesn't, I'll be there for you.
Yeah.
Lloyd Carr. Kyle Foss, you've heard him chuckling like usual, keeping things light. Appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
And Micah Smith as well is with us. He's going to be up on the Facebook comments, so please throw yours in there if you're listening live. We'll be sure to read them and comment back. And if you guys are listening to this not live, join us next week in our time slot. It's always good to jump in live and get your thoughts on the air. That'll be kind of fun. We're on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch as well. And I think we're going to start an Untapped soon. Has anybody ever heard of the Untapped? I got to jump in on that.
I've heard of Untapped.
I've heard of it, yeah.
I want to get on it.
It's an
also,
app,
I was talking to my babysitter this past weekend. She was hanging out with us, her and her boyfriend, great people, and they recommended starting a TikTok.
Oh, man.
So
we might be too old for that.
We might be too old for it, but I think the craft beer industry likes the TikTok.
Do they? Okay,
I think so.
See, I thought TikTok was for like dancing and.
I think it started there.
That's where it
right? Didn't it start there?
Yeah, for sure. I know I was involved with a couple regrettably or kind of forcefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got. Interesting.
John,
that'd be an interesting market.
Can we find the TikToks that Ryan is in somehow?
I'm sure it's on.
Let's do it. I crushed it. I literally crushed it.
And John Dorenboss working behind the scenes, producing hardcore, like extraordinaire. Producer extraordinaire, is that a good way to?
Yeah.
I don't we're sitting in the basement again today.
I'm mad,
back in the
mad
basement.
at you about
and
that.
I feel like I have to turn and see Mike. I have to I feel so far away from everybody.
Yeah.
But we had to adjust, and it'll be a good episode.
I love the mic setup.
Did everybody have a good holiday weekend, extra day? I got an extra day and a half.
Yeah.
So I get a half day on Friday, and then obviously Monday off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Did anybody else get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The half day leading into it?
I didn't get the half
Friday?
day. I worked.
Half day on Friday.
I was supposed to hang out with you, but I lost a friend face off.
You did.
So.
You did. If you had a choice to take you know how a lot of people take one day off, right? For the holiday. If they have a Monday off.
Extend your extended time off.
Would you rather have the following, if you want to take an extra holiday to extend the weekend even more, would you rather have the Tuesday off or the Friday off?
Friday.
Like Friday completely off?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because you shorten 2 weeks.
I think I'm the opposite.
See, I think I'm the opposite too, because Fridays are so easy, and I don't want to say easy. There's sometimes difficult, but you're already in the week's over.
Yeah, but you do that Thursday.
You know what
then.
I mean?
Then you just do that Thursday.
That's true, but it's a different feel.
No, you're being too
feel
logical
like-
about this. It's
I
more
know.
of a feeling after
It's
the
a
fact.
okay.
Like when
I
everybody
can
else goes
respect
back
that.
to
Yeah, yeah.
work, that's when you want to take your day off. Like, oh, you
Ooh,
suckers.
Good
okay.
point,
Yeah.
because if you take Friday off, you just know that a lot of other people took it off too,
See,
or
for
at
me,
least mentally have taken
Yeah, but
it
then you
off.
can just you can like prep that way.
if my
don't
phone always rings less on Friday afternoons, anyways. So if I'm
So we're
off,
Friday, right?
if I'm off, I'm gonna get bugged less on a Friday.
Okay.
If
Michael, what
that,
about
if that
you?
makes sense.
Which would you rather have?
I'd rather have Friday off because usually everyone works full days on Fridays regardless. So it makes you
Yeah.
feel better, at least at my workplace. Having that Friday off, everyone wants to get out early. They're not getting out early. They're
Man,
doing
you don't
a
live-
full day.
You don't work at the same place I do because those people, seriously, it's like a ghost town by noon.
Yeah.
I look around, I'm like, where does everybody
Ours
go?
is that way too.
Really?
I don't understand.
Yeah,
How
we're
do you
actually
still
going to
have
get
a
into a half day thing, in our. So that's another thing that we're going to talk about is celebrate. What is it? Getting out of work early day, right? Isn't that the?
Yeah, when is that?
So
Tomorrow?
tomorrow is National Leave the Office Early Day. Is what it
Leave
is.
the office early day.
So we're going to talk about that and plan our perfect half day scenarios. If you have like a 5-hour window, and we're gonna do that, and I hope people stay tuned and we can get their thoughts as well.
I didn't know it was a 5-hour window deal.
Well, that was. I think I put it in the show sheet.
You did. I read
or
it.
maybe
in
it was
there.
the text message. I think I
But-
put it in the text message.
No, it's in here too.
Is
but
it?
originally, I was thinking like, well, if I get to leave work early, I'm going to get on a plane and fly to Hawaii or something like that. Like, well, that doesn't really fit the point of this.
Yeah,
Like-
and it's
like-
midweek. You have to be to work the next day.
It's like
Oh, I
something
do.
Like,
Oh, okay.
It's something
Yeah.
like I'm going to put an automatic door in my backyard. Like it doesn't
Right.
make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
have to make sense.
Right?
Just a feeling thing, like defies all logic, like we were saying. Yeah.
Right. Another thing that's happening tomorrow is the NHL draft lottery. I had no clue it was already here. Like this thing snuck up on
Happening
me.
tomorrow?
It's happening tomorrow. I was not ready. I'm not prepared for it. Other than just talk about a little bit about the odds that we're looking at. So the Red Wings, where they finished 5th last, I believe, and then with Seattle getting the automatic 3rd best odds, I think they're top 6 odds basically. Somebody count, so I don't have to count on air.
Yeah, I mean they're number 6 on the
on that list.
show sheet. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, the way it lays out for the Red Wings is they have a 7.6% chance of getting the first overall pick, 7.8% chance, and then they cannot get the 3rd pick, 4th pick, or 5th pick, and then it jumps to 30% chance to get the 6th, 43.8 to get the 7th, and 10.9 to get the 8th overall pick. So that's kind of where they're at. They're going to get 1, 2. 6, 7, or 8.
It looks a lot like 6 or 7, right?
It really does, yeah.
70% chance between the two of those.
And I think Red Wings fans in general feel jaded on the whole draft lottery situation, the way the last few years have gone, because we're not used to it. This is the first time that we've been consistently in the draft lottery, and
That's true. Yeah.
I'm sure it happens to every single team that's been in it. And it's just harder for Red Wings fans because we're just not used to it. And we keep getting screwed. We keep falling 2 or 3 spots, it seems like. And I expect the same thing to happen this year. And to be completely honest, you look at a little bit of the prospects. And the way that this whole year happened with no juniors and it was just a different type of year. It feels like the right year to just be like, just either fall a little bit or just not win the lottery. You know what I mean?
Is that so? We talked about that going into last year's draft. Is that the same thing this year? Was there 2 years affected by this?
No. So
No.
sorry. What are you
Well,
asking?
so like
exactly?
Lafreniere, right, was the number 1 overall pick
Yeah,
last
and
draft.
Stuzel was the easy number 2.
Stuzel
well,
was-
I guess a lot of people had Byfield, but
Yeah,
I
but
like Stuzel better.
so Stuzel and Byfield. I mean, there was a core group of guys up front. Did those guys get affected by COVID-19 going into that draft, or is it
Yeah.
this class that's being more affected?
they got affected a little bit. Their season got cut short, but there has been no. From what I know of, I don't think there's been any junior
Man.
hockey.
So how do you
there was
draft?
college. That was a weird season. You have obviously the younger kids that in national development and stuff like that still having their seasons and university players, but man, a big core of these guys are junior players.
Yeah, so
And to
the
take a year away from them is huge.
so the scouting department for all these NHL teams are going to be, put to the test.
Yeah.
Like this is the ultimate test right here. You have very little to go off of. Maybe you're projecting out 16-year-olds by the time they're 18, 19, and then you go by that early tape, or maybe you just have the connections in the town that you're in, or
Yeah,
you're just taking people's word for it.
What I really think that will happen. So I mean, if you look at the top prospects, you have Owen Power, who is a defenseman from Michigan. Matthew Beniers, I believe is how you pronounce it. Also out of Michigan. Those guys played. You got three of the top four played for or committed to Michigan. But one thing that I think is going to happen a lot, and it's probably going to happen let's say 8 to 15 or so, you're going to see European players kind of move up, and because you saw them, they moved up quickly in theirs because they had a full season too. So it'll just be an interesting one to see how it all plays out. But I don't really want to get into who we would take necessarily, but it's just something to keep an eye on tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe they win the lottery. They get the best prospect that fits Yzerman's vision, and we kind of go from there. But you never know the way it'll fall. But we got some beers to introduce here. It is time to introduce our Michigan beers for this episode, but before we do, I want to remind everyone of our partner, Siciliano's Market. They are simply the best beer store in West Michigan, located on Lake Michigan Drive, right between Grand Valley State University's main campus and downtown Grand Rapids. Wherever you live in West Michigan, it is worth the short drive for what they have to offer. Whether you know what you want or need some help from their expert staff, Siciliano's Market is the best place for that. They not only have a massive and up-to-date inventory of the best craft beers from across our great nation, they are individually priced so you can mix and match to build your own six-pack. They obviously have a great selection of craft beer. They also have specialty wines, spirits, ciders, coffee, tea, tobacco, and cigars. Siciliano's Market also has the largest selection of homebrew and winemaking supplies in West Michigan. We love that Siciliano's Market is part of the State of My Sports family, and it is who we visit to help us choose our Michigan beers for each and every episode. So please check them out and let them know that we sent you. So, it's summer. And with that, I decided, I saw this one on Old Nation. It's officially summer, right? Is it officially summer?
Not yet.
When is it officially summer?
No, I think summer.
Meteorological summer, I believe.
Okay.
is what
I
they
think
call
summer
that.
starts like June 21st or something.
Is
It's
that
crazy.
that's the longest day of the year? Is that how it works?
Yes.
And then it kind of goes back the other way.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But anyways, summer.
does.
I think it's official. The pool's open.
I saw that.
We just had Memorial Day, so, and one of my favorite go-to beers is Summer Shandy. It's not a Michigan beer, but Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. It's great on the golf course. It tastes great in the hot summer days. But then I saw Old Nation came out with a shandy of their own. It is a German-style lager with lemonade, 4.8% alcohol by volume, so it's a little bit, it'll hit you a little harder. But so far, the lemon flavor is excellent, and I'm really excited about this one, just because I love summer shandy, and it kind of fits. It fits exactly what I like to drink in the summer, but it fits the Michigan mold, so that's important to me as well.
There you go.
But yeah, that's what I'm drinking. Kyle?
Yeah, because it's summer. Sam decided to just put in front of me an oatmeal stout.
Hold on.
Thanks. Thanks for that, Sam. It is definitely summer. This is from Arvon Brewing. Is this a collab?
I believe so. It says it
with Littlefoot Coffee Roasters. Yeah,
Okay.
Yep. Definitely getting some good coffee in there.
Yeah.
They don't say much else on the can in true Arvon. It's a very cool can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I do like the
It's
the
just
looks
called
of it.
an oatmeal stout.
Just oatmeal stout, and it's light. It's a lighter
Very light.
stout.
Yeah.
What was
It's
the
like
percentage?
4.5, I think.
It's more and more popular.
That's pretty low for
4.2.
4.2. That's
Yeah.
a light stout.
It is.
What was the furry buddy that was a stout, right? You guys remember, like the one that we did a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I feel like that was a 5.0.
It was even a little heavier than that.
Yeah, I
even.
think so. Yeah,
Interesting.
That's pretty light.
Ryan, what are you drinking?
Oh, I am drinking from Cheboygan Brewing
I think
Company.
this is our very first Cheboygan beer. I'm pretty sure.
Is it really?
I think so.
This is a limited release. Short Shifter Hazy IPA. It is 7.5 alcohol by volume, 7.5%. Our pedal to the metal IPA is inspired by our owner Mike, Honda World Racing Honda Civic Champion. This hazy IPA is tricked out with all the hops that'll shift you into high gear. Brewed with Idaho 7. There you go with the Idaho 7.
Idaho
That's
7
getting
again.
Really
Yeah.
popular right now.
Popular.
Yeah.
Or Idaho.
So hot
Nelson's.
I wonder if like Idaho like had one of the
So
best
hot right now.
one of the best harvest years of either.
It was a
you know what
bumper
I mean?
crop.
Yeah,
Bumper crop.
bumper crop.
Yeah. That's a proper terminology.
I
Just
feel
so
like you're
we're
making
clear.
this up.
I don't know if it was a bumper crop.
No,
but
it means it was good.
Yeah,
I will vouch for that.
The
yeah.
term at least. Yeah. He's got me. Don't worry.
I've got nothing to lose. 50 IBUs,
What?
so kind of like middle of the road for the flavor there, and then notes of peaches, apricots to rev your taste buds. So, really cool can
I'm
too.
excited.
I like this one too.
I'm excited about the Cheboygan one.
Yeah, me too. Cool place.
It's
Nice.
fun to do new beers or new breweries. I should say.
Breweries, yeah.
So I'm
Called
drinking
breweries.
from Waypost Brewing Company in Fenville. I don't know if we've done Waypost before.
I remember Fenville coming up, but I don't know if it was Waypost.
Cafe con leche.
Oh.
Con.
Con
leche.
Of course, for with.
Yes.
This is a 6.5% espresso stout. Says we love our coffee, we love stouts, we love them together. So we brewed a lush stout and stirred in some milk sugar. Then we conditioned it on the house. I don't know what conditioning means. Then we conditioned it.
I think you
On
put it
the
in
house.
your hair and then it.
Oh, it makes
silky
it, yeah,
smooth.
it makes it soft.
Conditioner.
Soaks the grease
Yeah.
and then add it
Perfect.
back.
What's the fat content on that?
Smart.
With the leche, am I
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
We'll get to that.
Is that whole milk or
Con
is that
leche, yeah.
We
It's a
conditioned
lot.
it on the house, on the house espresso blend from our friends at the 205 Coffee Bar. So this is kind of a collab,
collab
too.
as well, yeah.
It reminded us of a cafe con leche,
Thank
bold
you.
classic, indispensable.
Indispensable.
So they're apparently suited on Lake Michigan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. One thing that I wanted to bring up before we move into our next segment, I did find a little bit more on the Old Nation Shandy that I'm drinking. So basically, they said it's their shandy is a combination of their lager and Grozny
Grozny.
Grozny dairy.
No, that's the capital
Lemonade?
of Chechnya. I totally made that up.
How do you say that? GUERNSEY.
Just another random thing.
I really
Looks
think
like
nobody needs to know that I
Guernsey.
know for some
Nobody
reason.
needs to
Lemonade. So that's the brand lemonade that it's you guys
Grozny.
Grozny? No,
it's not. Okay.
you keep doing that to me.
I know.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. State of My Sports.
So it's been a few weeks since we've touched base with the Detroit Tigers, and honestly, they've been playing pretty good baseball.
Yeah, really good baseball.
for the most part. Real quick, so their overall record is now 22-32. Going into yesterday, I know they were no longer in last place in the division. I'm not sure if that's still the case with the loss to Milwaukee. I think that they might still be. I haven't checked that.
I think they're back in last place.
Are they?
The Twins are like a half game ahead of them
Is
or
that what
something.
it is?
Yeah.
It's crazy that the Twins are that bad.
I know.
It
It's really
is,
strange.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I think they're better than what they're playing right now, but I think the Tigers right now, what they've been doing is they're just kind of, early on in the year they played decent right away, and I tried to warn everybody, like, don't overreact. They're not that good.
You did. I
And then
remember
they
that.
were terrible for like 15 straight games.
Like,
and I tried to
as
warn
bad as it's
everybody,
ever been.
they're not that bad. Don't overreact. Like, this is baseball.
I remember
Stop
both
with
of those. Yeah,
overreacting.
yeah.
I don't know who on this podcast overreacts to stuff.
Boy.
John, is that you?
Yikes. Yeah.
Did you have anything you wanted to specifically go over with the Tigers?
Not a
'Cause-
whole lot. I guess so. I put a whole bunch of numbers on the paper that we can reference if we want to, but I really just wanted to make it a discussion of what we're seeing. I think they're playing a lot better baseball than what we saw for a while, like you said. I think Robbie Grossman is I really like what he's doing. His numbers aren't eye popping by any means, but like he's exactly what we thought he was going to be coming into this team. He's a professional hitter.
Yep.
He does not waste an at bat. It seems like. It kind of sets the tone for this team, whether it's to lead off the game or I don't want to say turn the order over because I know that's the ninth player or ninth hitter's job, but like he starts restarts the order very well. You know what I mean?
I think he sets the perfect example for this team, for the veteran hitter that will be consistent with his approach no matter how the results look. And that's what you heard when they brought him in, is they wanted some guy that was just a baseball player. He wasn't worried about himself. He wasn't going to throw a fit in the dugout after, striking out for the third time of the game or whatever.
I do kind of like to see that every once in a while.
Well,
but-
yeah, I mean, it's not that he doesn't play with emotion, though.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
he's an emotional guy, and you can see it, when he plays. But he's also a professional, like you said.
Mhm.
And I agree with you. I think he's a really good leader for this team, and he's a really kind of a perfect example for those younger players that they're trying to mold into something bigger later on.
Yeah, so I know the MLB as a whole, the average is like it's never been lower. It's not pretty. So he's hitting 241 with a 362 OBP. and only a 406 slugging percentage. So his numbers aren't exciting. And
Well, he's got 35 walks. That's pretty big
okay.
time.
So is he a potential trade piece?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that
gets
we're not
on
going to
base.
get us like a very good prospect by any means, but like we could get something? Not that Alavila knows how to trade, but we're not going to talk about Alavila today.
Just did.
You just did.
You
You just brought
You
it
brought
up.
him
I
up.
shouldn't say
You
that.
just brought him up.
Just
Yeah.
did. Just did.
No, but like we could get something for this guy.
I mean, I think you can. This is the guy we root for not because he's going to be a Tiger for life, but yes, we want value out of him. We want to get something in return. And in the meantime, train up these young guys and teach them how to hit. Teach them how to be big leaguers. And so that's like the best of both worlds. If we can get what we need out of him early in the year, and then by let's just say in August or maybe not August, maybe July, he's hitting 280 with 16 bombs and somebody
Send 'em
gets
packing.
hurt. Yeah, and you're one injury away from some team needing a veteran
that.
hitter that's doing pretty well
That
to
makes
fill
sense.
in their number 7 hole in their lineup.
Yeah, so Akil Badu's another name that had a nice, really good start. The league adjusted.
Can you guys read this?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Can you realize that?
Oh yeah.
I noticed he
Akil-
put his
Akil-
glasses on.
I know. You guys start talking names, and I'm like, "Where's the glass?" Like, but even with them on,
So he had a really good start. It was exciting, and then the league adjusted, and then I feel like he kind of adjusts back, and
He's starting to.
he seems to be seeing the ball a lot better. Like he's taking pitches. He's not swinging at nearly as much junk as he was when the times were tough. What do you think about him? And obviously, I guess what do you think about him?
Well, he's
I'm
22
not
years
gonna
old.
answer the question before I.
Is he 22 years old or is he 23?
He's somewhere around.
He's
there.
either 22 or 23. I remember being 22 years old, figuring this out in college. When you start getting some success at the plate, you feel like you're a hitter, and then you're a little stretch of struggle away from questioning that all over again. So he's not at the point yet in his life, in his career, where he's going to be solid. Like, I'm an MVP candidate. I know it. Like, I used to go back and when I was in college, I used to think about Miguel Cabrera. I talked to everybody around me like, okay, so if he goes 0 for 20 for a stretch, is he really going to think that he's no longer a good hitter? Or does he know he's a good hitter and he's just going through a stretch?
Mm-hmm.
There's a different kind of confidence with people who have been there, done that. So that's what you have to trick yourself into being, this like self-confident, egotistical kind of player. Like, it doesn't matter what the results are telling me. I know I'm great. I know I'm going to match up really well against this pitcher. And that's the mental battle that is baseball. And I think Akil Badu, when you're that hot, you start raising your expectations of yourself. You start seeing how good you can be. And then as soon as you see any kind of struggle or the league reacting, the league throwing more changeups, that's what I've seen. The league's throwing them more changeups in off speed now. Now you have to adjust yourself, but you still have to have that self-confidence. And I saw a little bit of doubt coming from him, a little bit of questioning, and not really being the same kind of hitter that he was early in the year. This is what we're going to see over the next year and a half from him. I still believe in him. I think he's going to be a really good player.
Yeah.
I've seen him react to off speed. I've seen him react to changeups. I've seen him turn on fastballs. I've seen him go the other way with it. I think he's got all the tools to get there. Now at this point, it's just a mind game.
I think fans got to remember how many games there are in a season. This isn't like a 50-game season. Excuse me,
Long season.
a 100-game season. This is long. People are going to go through stretches like this. This is normal.
Yeah. And to that point, Wilson Ramos was leading baseball. He was leading all of MLB in home runs with 6.
Yeah.
Early on in the year. He still has 6.
Yeah.
He's not going to win a home run.
Sam was
He's not
real
gonna win the
excited about
Triple Crown.
that. Sam was so excited when he hit the 6th one. And
I think what we're seeing with Wilson Ramos is he cannot catch. He cannot catch this type of staff that we have. And that's why they brought up a guy like Eric Haas. What are your thoughts on Eric Haas?
I like him. He's athletic behind the plate. I think he works really well with the pitching staff. And you heard Tarek Skubal call him amazing.
Yeah, after the no-hitter, right? Or no, sorry, that was Turnbull. Sorry.
Yeah, Turnbull.
But
says
he also
the same
caught
thing.
he also caught the Turnbull's no-hitter.
He caught the no hitter. What's his name? I
Wilson
blanked
Ramos?
on him. No,
Jake Rogers?
Eric Haas.
Sorry,
Are you talking pitcher?
Tarek Skubal. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was blanking.
My
I had to
bad.
read the sheet.
I get those two confused.
I just said his
all the
name like
time.
3 seconds
You
ago.
did,
Like, Tarek Skubal, after his
like a
after his
Sam
last
moment.
outing, he had, I think he went like 6 innings. I think 8 strikeouts with broke his streak of 9 strikeout games.
Yeah.
But only gave up 1 run or 0 runs or something. He had a great outing, and they were talking to him, and he's like, that dude's amazing behind the plate.
Yeah.
I know if I bury it, he's going to be a wall back there. That is the most important job of a catcher. Have the confidence of your pitchers so they can hold a changeup. They can have the same hand speed as their fastball, and they know if they completely mess up if you've ever thrown a changeup, you know what I'm talking about. But if you keep the same hand speed as a changeup as a fastball and you grip it a little bit off, that thing's going. You have no idea where it's going. You might bury it 55 feet. You have to know that your catcher is going to block the ball.
Yeah.
And that is something that is so underrated in baseball, and that's why you get those defensive specialists as catchers, because you directly impact your pitcher, your entire staff. If you're good at what you do, they have confidence in you. If you're not good at what you do, they're going to lose confidence, and the last thing you want in baseball is an unconfident pitcher.
Yeah, and as you have these younger pitchers coming up, they need a catcher that they can trust, and it seems like they trust Eric Haas and they trust Jake Rogers as well. As rough as he can be at the plate at times, he's
solid.
He seems to be understanding what it takes to be an MLB player more this year than last year. He was in over his head last year, or was it even last year? Maybe 2 years ago that he got called up for that time.
2 years ago,
he looked lost. And his numbers aren't there at the plate again.
He's got a long swing.
He still has a lot to learn though too.
Yeah,
and
I just want to
as long as he can catch well, that's what we want.
I want to shake him and just be like, "Come on, just shorten your swing." Like, stop swinging so long.
Stop it.
Yeah, but he's a great. He is a really good catcher. He's got a really good glove. He's got a smart glove.
Yeah.
He's got a body position that looks like strikes.
And if you have
throws guys out.
If you have a length, a much better batting order than we have, you can put Jake Rogers, Eric Haas in the lineup each and every day and not lose any sleep over it. When you don't have anybody else picking up the slack, like we see from time to time in Detroit, I mean, that's when the catcher's not hitting becomes the issue, and you question it even more. It shouldn't be an issue. I love what these guys do. I love what they do with the rotation, and I would love to see Eric Haas, Jake Rogers just keep that thing going until Dylan Dingler's ready to come up.
Oh, I know. He's looking good. I want to get into this pitching staff before we get into those other guys.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, quick. Sorry, before we get into pitching, I did want to talk a little bit about Miggy's struggles.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
And by talk about it, I mean ask you about it. And
he's struggling.
Ask you to talk about
and
it.
then answer his own question.
No, but I guess you kind of brought up the Miguel Cabrera go for an 0-20 stretch. Like, he didn't forget that he's a great hitter. What does Miggy have to do to be more consistent in this league? And back to, I don't want to say the everyday Miggy, but like what's going on with this guy?
His body has failed him year after year after year. That's what's going on.
And
is
he not mentally adjusting to that?
He can't physically get there. You can see it in his hands. If you watch his hands at the plate, the only thing he can do is hope for if you get under the baseball and you just kind of serve it up as a pitcher, let's just say you're throwing a changeup. The worst thing you can do is get under a changeup, and now it's spinning like a fastball at a slower pace, and it's the easiest thing to do. That's what he's waiting for, because he's got nothing else.
Okay.
He can hit the ball the other way here and there, but if you watch the way pitchers attack him, it is in. He knows it's in, so he's cheating in, and he still can't get there.
All right.
And not only that, because he's cheating in, he's also swinging at balls that are 3-4 inches off the plate inside on a regular basis, because that's where he's expecting the ball. He's not waiting for an outside pitch. He's watching and waiting for that fastball inside, because they know he can't hang.
Yeah.
His hands are going to be too slow. And because his hands can't get there, he cheats, so then he throws his front side open and he tries to get there. But when you do that, now you're going to be chasing balls that are inside, and you're going to get jammed either way.
Yeah.
So you watch him
sell out a little bit, like the stance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it
he
simply a
loses
weight?
his integrity.
Yes, that's
as a hitter.
Is it simply a weight issue? Like, if he just decided
Not at
to no. Is it done?
He tore his biceps last year, right? His biceps tendon. I don't think that's the first time that's happened.
No,
for
I think
him.
it's happened twice.
Yeah, he's had wrist issues. He's had shoulder issues. He's had core issues. He's had leg issues, knee. Like, this guy
Just
has
body
had.
failing him.
I think his body's just failing him at this point.
Yeah.
He
loves the scotch.
If I was
No,
him,
he's sober now,
I know they're
think.
paying him
Yeah.
a lot of money to play.
Me too.
it hurts me to say this, but they're a worse baseball team with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not the David Ortiz. We were all hoping he was going to turn into a David Ortiz.
Yeah, or
David
Adrian
Ortiz
Beltre or something like
Yeah,
that.
those guys were not dealing with the injuries that Miguel Cabrera has had.
Yeah.
So I
They also-
hate to say it, but
All of them were connected to steroids. Nelson Cruz.
Yeah.
David Ortiz.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Does it play a part?
that-
It could, yeah.
In the body not breaking down, yeah.
Take
Yeah.
steroids.
So you want to talk
Do
a little
it,
bit about the pitching staff?
I should right now. If you
Did you have a specific direction you wanted to go with the pitching
Yeah.
staff?
While he lines that up, can I just say this? The most dangerous name in baseball, Buck Farmer.
I'll take one.
The most dangerous name. Because
Buck Farmer.
you mess up a couple letters on that one, you got a real problem on your
Don't
hands.
think it hasn't happened.
You could really rearrange that.
You
first
could
and
really,
last
yes,
le-
yeah.
I love that.
I'm just saying, Sam, be careful.
So I do want to bring up Casey Mize. I think it's worth talking about him. He was number 1 overall pick. He's kind of what we've been expecting to be, kind of one of the pieces that are the saving grace for this organization. Overall in the season, he's 3-3 with a 3.28 ERA. Okay, he's thrown 57 innings, 57 2/3 innings, 47 strikeouts, 1.11 WHIP. Basically, his numbers look pretty good, but I want to dive into it a little bit more. And over the last 30 days, he has a 1.74 ERA.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and I just think the stats even tell a little bit more than that if you get into the game logs. And I'm getting a little bit.
So basically, I mean, his numbers.
But
I
they're
mean,
even
with
tracking
how
better than
bad
they show
it
here.
was at times, like the fact that he's brought them down to where they are is flat out incredible.
So last outing, 5 innings, 1 earned run. Game before, 6 1/3, 1 earned run. Game before that, 7 2/3, 1 earned run. Game before that, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Before that, 6 innings, 1 earned run.
He's turning it on.
Point is, he's figuring it out.
yeah.
And I don't back down from what I said earlier in the year. I think he will have some games where he gives up 5-6 runs again. He's going to be inconsistent. He's a young pitcher, but he's figuring out how to be a big league pitcher right now. And especially with him and his arsenal with the split finger, it might take him a little bit longer than the guys that throw 101 that can get away with some bad pitching.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gets hit if he's over the middle. But what you also see is he's uncomfortable at bat. We have major league hitters that are not ever comfortable in the batter's box against him, and I think that's a great quality to have.
Yeah, and I think the pitchers strive off of that because they can see it, and then they're like, I got this guy right where I want him. And then they can, if he's uncomfortable with, let's say, a fastball, and this is a hockey guy talking, if he's uncomfortable with a fastball, well, he's going to be expecting fastball to adjust for that being uncomfortable, right? And then that slider or whatever it would be, would he throw a cutter? I don't even know what he throws.
Splitter.
Splitter.
He throws
That becomes even more effective.
that
right?
Splitter's his out
You can
pitch.
throw whatever you want.
Yeah,
Nobody throws a cutter.
and again, Splitter.
Rivera.
Yeah, that's not true.
Cutters are nice, but
There's only one cutter, and it's Mariano Rivera.
Oh,
that was also just called like a pitch
Right.
because he
It
always
wasn't-
threw a cutter.
Yeah, it was always the same.
Either
thing.
in or out.
he
right.
doesn't really know how to throw.
That was an innie.
A baseball.
That
He
was
just-
a funny meme about the when they were stealing signs. Did you ever see that meme where they're about the
Yeah.
sign stealing? And then it was like Rivera saying, "You know what pitch is coming. I know what pitch is coming."
That's
like,
really good.
just
So,
trying to hit it. Yeah.
So a cutter. Here's a question. I just thought about this. So if you have a cutter that breaks in on a lefty versus a way to right. All right. So is an innie? I just said an innie. All right. I don't know if I can go there. Never mind.
No, I want to know where this is
All right.
going.
So
And
like
I wanna
think about it
I
from the
wanna
perspective
see you
of the
get
hitter.
there.
of the
Come on,
hitter.
If
Mr.
you're a pitcher and the ball breaks right to left as a cutter, that would be considered like kind of a slider.
Okay.
To
Yeah, kinda, right.
I mean a
to
little
a
bit.
right-handed batter, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah, it's perspective of the hitter. I guess
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Depending
if
on where
if it's
gonna
like
be,
breaking
yeah.
in cutter versus breaking away.
Right.
How
I
do we
wa-
get on this?
I don't know. I shouldn't
It's
have
been
done
fun
it.
though. I really
shouldn't-
enjoy
I
it.
shouldn't have
But
done it.
anyways, Casey Mize, he's looking the part.
He's looking comfortable.
He's looking comfortable,
He
and,
believes in
and he's
himself.
going to continue to get better in that way. Because if he continues to feel comfortable and can throw whatever pitch he wants whenever he wants, that's only going to be only going to be good for that.
Well,
guy.
How old is
and-
he?
I mean, he's
Still really young,
23,
24?
23 or
Okay.
24, but
Yeah,
he was the first overall pick 2 years ago,
yeah,
3 years ago,
Still young
think
though.
two.
3 years ago.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
But either way, So that was over the last 30 days, right? 1.74 ERA. Other two pitchers, we all know the no-hitter with Spencer Turnbull. That was an awesome game that I fell asleep in the 8th inning. Sorry.
Yeah, I was not happy with you.
Yeah.
I was texting you.
I know. I was watching it, and then the next morning I woke up, and I was yelling at myself already because I was so mad that I didn't even know how it happened.
That was one of the coolest things.
All right, so Spencer Turnbull, 2.10 ERA over the last 30 days. Tarek Skubal, 3.33 ERA over the last 30 days. The point is, this pitching staff is starting to feed off of each other.
Ooh, yeah. They're getting better as a whole.
They are.
Yeah.
Do you think, is it Chris Fetter? Is that his name? It's Chris
Yep.
Fetter, the pitching coach, right?
Yep.
I mean, that guy seems to, like, analytics and stuff like that is kind of his go-to. Do you think that has something to do with it?
Well,
Do you
I think
he's helping the situation?
so. I think Casey Mize and Casey Mize and Tarek Skubal are two of our top prospects for pitchers, and they both are getting guys out the same kind of way. They're living up in the zone, and their out pitches are not really part of what they're doing. You're not seeing Tarek Skubal dominate with his slider right now. He's got a wipeout slider. He's got a great slider, but he's not dominating with it yet. And so I think what he's focusing on is command your fastball. The secondary pitches will come, and when you dominate your fastball, guess what? Now you're ready to be one of the top guys in the league.
And the last person that I really want to talk about before we turn it over is Michael Fulmer. He seems to be I don't want to say the closer because it doesn't seem like that's the way A.J. Hinch is going to use him. He's the important out guy.
Yeah, he's like the Andrew Miller.
Yeah. Yep. And do you think that's a good role that fits for him, or do you think he still has a chance to get back in this rotation?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be this year. I think he's still kind of recovering in a lot of ways. Not only like physically, but mentally, like getting back on track, trusting himself again. And I think this is a good way to get him to trust himself, because he can just rely on throwing it all out there like he kind of did.
That's what
in
he
his
thrives
rookie
on.
season. Yeah,
he's a competitor.
And being competitive again in crucial situations, not like the dog innings of a game. You know, like the second through third innings or second and fourth through fourth innings, like that. I mean, you can get yourself up for it. You can put yourself in jams that you use that emotion, but like the real crucial situations, get that energy back, get that trust back.
Yeah.
So it seems like he could kind of morph back into a starter eventually.
I think this is going to be a tricky situation for him because he thinks of himself as a starting pitcher, and the key with him is going to be if he has success as a reliever and as the Andrew Miller type, like the key guy to get out of those jams. If he's used in that way and he flourishes, he could accept that role and then just think of himself. That's his new identity. And I think he's a better 2-pitch pitcher, which are a lot of relievers. He's a better 2-pitch pitcher than he is a 3-4-pitch pitcher. So he doesn't have to command all 3-4 pitches in a start. He just get this guy out however it takes. It's the first time he's seen you. It's not like he's sitting on all your pitches and seeing everything 3-4 times already at this point, because that's what starting pitchers have to deal with. Their stuff has to be that good and consistent over a lot of different innings. If he is that weapon out of the bullpen and he comes to enjoy it, then I think that's his role. I don't get that impression from him. I think he still wants to be a starting pitcher. That's his identity in his own mind. So we'll see where it goes from here, but it's going to be up to him, I think.
Drinking craft beer, having fun, and talking sports in the state of Michigan. You're listening to State of My Sports.
It's time to get into the main topic for episode 107.
That wasn't. Hold on, that wasn't the main topic.
I thought that too. When I turned this over, I'm like, oh my goodness, he still wants to talk Lions.
Yeah.
Right?
So just future notice, Sam. Like if you ever want like more out of me, more enthusiasm, let's just go Tigers.
Had I remembered it, I would have given you all the Jaws music long ago. No,
I just want to say thank you for letting me talk Tigers for as long as we got to.
I learned quite a bit. I feel like so.
I think it felt a little long, but I don't think the time was actually that long, was it?
I said a lot of words within that short amount of time.
How many times? It just felt long. It wasn't really that long.
No Nico Goodrum coverage either. Well, come on, what the heck?
I will never waste my time on Nico. That guy, he should be gone a long time ago. The Hops Brewing Hops Brewing Company and Cafe is pouring some of the best craft beer in West Michigan. Their revamped food menu, rotating taps, and more make the Hops perfect for whatever you have going on, from dinner with the family, late night drinks with friends, and everything in between. Post softball games, which is coming up
Thank
a week
God.
from Thursday. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, you guys started.
Did I get an invite for that yet?
Yeah.
Can Ryan?
Yeah, did you guys invite Ryan yet or not?
No.
No, he's cut.
He's
The Hops is
Took off my
becoming
jersey.
a staple in the West Michigan restaurant community that we highly recommend to our friends and listeners. The Hops is the official brewery of State of My Sports in 2021. And if you mention State of My Sports, you will get a nice little discount off of your first beer. Last week we talked a little bit about some player rankings, left or tackles in the NFL. I think we talked quarterback rankings as well. We never got into the offensive rankings, and I think that's what I really wanted to wrap it up with. Well, not wrap it up because something else came out that we got to talk about. But anyways, I found this article, and I wish I'd remembered who it was.
Before we go any
I
farther,
think it was CBS Sports.
I'm going to throw you completely off here, but
great.
We
Yes.
talked about
I love
an
this.
analyst that we really both kind of like, Chris Sims, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a little bit out there. I don't usually say it, but I like him. I think he's a good analyst. Anyways, he had not Stafford. He had Jared Goff listed or ranked as the 31st best quarterback in football.
That's
What?
a
I
little
don't think you can say
crazy,
best
isn't
at
it?
that point.
31st ranked.
He's all the way at the bottom.
He's not best or worst, just
He's
ranked.
the 31st
I wonder if
best.
Taysom Hill and Jameis
I feel
Winston
like
were ahead
Sam
of
just
him.
made fun of.
Oh yeah.
Sam just made fun of how you said it, not realizing that I think you were making fun of how he said it last week, or it seemed that way at
Totally.
least. I can't figure. Yeah, you're right.
It's almost like having Trav back on.
Right. Yeah.
Fight.
Right.
All right. Anyways, I just want to throw that out there because we were arguing last
Dead
week
last though.
about like what 24, 25, 26.
All right. Anyways, I found on CBS Sports an article that basically they use their own calculation to rank the top offenses in the league. I'm going to try to explain this. Basically, they said we used a weighted grading system where each team was given a 1 to 5 ranking. 1 equals terrible, 3 equals average, 5 equals elite in the following areas: quarterback, play caller, which is the head coach or offensive coordinator, offensive line, pass catchers, wide receivers, tight ends, and running backs. Those scores were then weighed so that the quarterback was the most important component of the offense, followed by play caller, offensive line, and then pass catchers, and then finally running backs. So that the
Wait, hold on.
This
That
is
order.
You thought that was
that
important?
Order is very important. Yeah. Say that again.
All right, so most important is quarterback.
Quarterback.
Okay.
Play caller.
Then the offensive play caller, offense coordinator / head coach,
Okay.
whoever calls the plays. Offensive line, which went ahead of pass catchers, which I think is interesting. And then finally running backs. So that's how they
Wide
graded
receivers.
it all out.
Running backs.
Yeah.
Well, tight ends too. Okay. Pass
Yep.
catchers.
Basically, they have a way of breaking ties and all that good stuff. We don't need to get into that.
And then the rankings. Sorry. 1
one
through
thing-
5.
Yeah. So 1 is terrible, 5 is elite.
Are we on offensive rankings here? Or are we on quarterback rankings?
Offense ranking.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And all in between, or is it just 1, 3, or 5?
It can be half grade.
It
So it can be like
yeah.
Can be a
2.5 or
Yeah.
Oh.
it can be anywhere in there.
2.37.
Basically, they wanted to stipulate that these are not
Jared Goff.
rankings of how we expect these offenses to perform during the 2021 season. They're an attempt to capture which offenses are best positioned for success based on the quality of their quarterback and talent in the organization.
I feel like that's a cop out.
Yeah, well,
Like we're saying,
it's still fun to talk about.
no. I'm saying on their part, it is fun. But I'm saying on their part, they're saying, oh, by the way, we're not saying this means they'll do
Right.
well. So if our number one does terribly, that's not our fault. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess I had several different ways we could do this. We could talk about who you guys think is the top, or we could just move right on to the Lions, where you guys think they land, and kind of where you think they score specifically on that 1 to 5 grade for each component. I feel like let's just go right
Let's
to the
start
Lions.
with the Lions.
You just want to go right to the Lions?
I was gonna
Sure.
say Chiefs, but yeah, I mean we could do that.
No, let's do number one.
All right, first.
Let's all guess number one.
All right, everybody gets a chance to guess number 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Chiefs.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. I think
All
they
right,
are.
so the Chiefs are number 1, and basically they put quarterback as a number 5, which is elite, pass catchers at number 5, offensive line at number 4, wide receivers and tight ends. Or sorry, PC was play calling. My bad. I thought it was pass catching. So quarterback number 5,
He's broken.
play
his own
calling number
system.
5, offensive line number 4, wide receivers and tight end number 5, running back number 4. So for a total score of 23, which weighed 4.73.
Who's their play
Okay.
caller?
It's awesome.
Andy Reid.
Is it Andy?
He does the
Genius.
play calling.
He's a genius.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
So,
Loves a double
so
cheeseburger.
what I want to do
Attaboy.
is let's just focus on the Lions now, and where you guys think their score should be for. Let's start with the quarterback.
Ooh.
I think they're going to give him 2 or a 2.5.
Where it should be, or where do we think it was ranked?
Where would you put him?
Quarterback?
Where would you put the quarterback ranking from 1 being
Are you
bad
gonna write
to
all this
5?
down?
No, I'm not going to.
Oh.
I would do
Give me a
honestly,
Put the pen
yeah.
down?
Honestly, I would do like a 2.5 to 3.
Yeah.
I know that that might feel a little bit low, but there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the league, and I don't think Jared Goff is elite at this point. He has a lot to prove. Let's just put
Give
it
me
that
a
way.
strong 3.
Yeah. All right. So you got a 3. You got a 2.5. John, Kyle,
You want me?
you can throw a number out just for fun.
I'd say 2.5.
You got
Check.
Based off of these other rankings, I mean, from last week, Jared Goff doesn't seem to rank too high, so I might even go lower than that 2.5. And
Yeah, if you're trying to catch what they did, yeah.
Might be 2. Might be 2.
1.5. I mean,
Ooh.
my expectations
1.5?
are higher for him, of course, because
Yeah.
I'm a Lions fan, but I'll go 1.5.
All right. So this article had them as a 2 for the quarterback. So not good. Not good at all.
Where would you put him?
Yeah, you didn't answer.
I think he deserves to be closer to a 3, personally. I think he has proven to be good with the right offensive line and the right scheme, and I don't think it's fair to say that the Lions don't have the right scheme yet, but it's also not fair to say that they do either.
Yeah.
So I get that, but
Yeah.
it's not easy to get into the playoffs. It's not easy to win a playoff game, and it's not easy to get to the Super Bowl. He's done all 3. You know what I mean? He brought a team to the playoffs,
Some truth to
allegedly.
that, yeah.
He won a playoff game with a broken thumb. He did pretty well against the Packers, and then it's just, and he went to a Super Bowl when the right scheme was there. So I don't think it's fair to put this guy that low, but the tape also says otherwise, that he isn't great at making those throws.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
hard. He was a
You know?
two-time Pro Bowler.
First overall pick.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody talked about his ceiling and that crazy contract that he signed. It wasn't signed because they were just idiots. Insane.
You
with
go
the
back
Rams.
3 years. You go back 3 years ago. People were saying Jared Goff is head and shoulders above Stafford, just
Yeah,
because he
I mean, with
went to the
upside,
Super
yeah.
Bowl and he's won a playoff game. Thanks, Trav. He has proven a lot more than Stafford.
But at
in
the same
in that
but at
way.
the same time, the Rams have had some elite
Yeah.
teams in different aspects with their defense the way it was. The Todd Gurley when the year he had with
Yeah.
the Super Bowl run. I mean, this team was built to win. So that's going to be the argument either way. His success
Yeah.
was because of the team around him and Sean McVay and all the geniuses and everything. And
Yeah.
then he'll never get the credit for that at this point. So he's got a lot to prove. That's what we can go back to.
All right.
Sorry, it's just bizarre to me that people are dogging Jared Goff. I don't think he's like a QB god by any means. He's a really good QB. And
Sure.
where he ranks with Matt Stafford and other QBs, I don't know. But where he's ranking as a number 2 on this ranking list, and then where he ranked 24, 25. What
I
was
think it
it?
was 25 or
What
26.
Yeah, last
ridiculous
night,
number?
yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with
31 according to Chris Sims.
Okay.
And that's where you say
No.
like he's really good. That's where I would put Stafford as a really good quarterback, but just never been able to win.
that. Mm-hmm. He's like the
Jared-
exact opposite.
Jared Goff
He's
is
won,
the exact
but
opposite.
he hasn't really shown that
yeah.
he's really
So
that good.
was he the reason for that, or was everything around him the reason for that? And that's
Yeah.
why everybody's dogging him this year. So
We're going to learn a lot on
Prove
both
it.
of these guys
Prove
this
it.
year.
yeah,
So play calling. Obviously, we don't know a whole lot of way that this whole season's going to go for the Lions.
This is
But
the biggest
Anthony
wild
Lynn,
card.
but
Like,
Anthony Lynn is
I think he's a 5.
He's Anthony Lynn's going to be the play caller.
I think it's gonna be a 4.5
you think
or 5.
he should be a 4.5 or 5?
Yes, I do.
Kyle, like, do you have any thoughts on?
I don't
So he
know.
basically was a really good offensive coordinator with the Eagles. No, I forget where he was, but do you remember, John, where he was? And then he went and coached the Chargers.
Is this the
He was the
basketball
head coach
player,
for the
Anthony
Chargers.
Lynn?
Yeah, I got the right name, right?
Yeah, Anthony Lynn.
Jeez, you made me nervous there for a second. That I was getting confused.
No, I just feel like I should know this, and I'm blanking
he was
on.
he was a good offensive coordinator. He went and coached and had decent success, especially last year with Justin Herbert. Now he's going to be our play caller. Ryan, you would put him at 5. Michael, where would you
I'll
throw
go
him?
four. I'll go 4.5. How
4.5.
about
All right.
I don't know enough about him to give him a number. I don't. I just the unknown. I'll give him.
I give him a 4.
4.
I believe in Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes.
John.
Good.
Ryan,
I like it.
I'm gonna give him a 3 purely
good
because
grief, he's harsh on people.
no,
Yeah.
well, I'm
Sorry, don't let him grade
I'm a
beers.
realistic Lions fan.
Everything's a 2.
No, we're gonna get calls against us. Like it's just out of his control at that point. I'll give him a 3.
All right, so he was the Buffalo Bills assistant head coach and running backs coach in 2015 to 2016. That's when they were kind of changing their franchise around.
Then he
And
went to
then he went to the Chargers as head coach from 2017 to 2020.
Was he offensive coordinator before that?
He was a running backs coach for a lot of
Wow.
different years.
Okay.
We're talking about Jeremy Lin.
My bad on that. I thought he was
Jeremy
offense
Lin.
coordinator for somebody.
Oh my gosh, Kyle.
Linsanity?
Anyways, this article has him at a 2, which I think is extremely low
Whoa.
for a guy that had success with the Chargers.
For the record, with the Chargers, he was calling the plays.
He was the play caller. Yeah.
So he has plenty of experience in that, and he just took a rookie quarterback with not the best supporting staff or cast around him, pretty decent, but he did a lot with an athletic line, really similar to the way the Lions are structured right now. He did a lot with them with screens and like short passes mixed with some long. I don't know. I don't see that at all.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see that John is right. And John is giving his scores based on the fact that he knows this is the Lions we're talking about. And
Realistic.
let's-
right, yes.
Just
yeah,
realistic.
Let's
the
move.
the
Sorry,
reason,
go ahead.
Yeah, the reason I went so high with that, though, is because from national media, the Lions have been getting so much praise this offseason with the coaching staff that
They
Dan
have.
Campbell
Yeah,
has
they have.
been putting together.
And I feel like he was the best hire out of them all.
I think he's right up there,
Yeah.
if not the best.
Mhm.
So he came with a lot of stability with that kind of a hire. So I don't know. That is way too low in my mind.
Yeah, so I want to move through these other categories as quick as we can. Offensive line.
luck with that.
Offensive line, where do you think they land, Rye?
3.
3?
Now I'm all
John,
bad.
well, I want John's
John?
number first.
All right, let's just go with John and
4.
and Ryan.
I'm gonna go with a 3.5.
Okay.
3.5.
He
I want
got
a
it.
2.5.
He
Dang
he
it.
got it
That's
right
exactly where I was going to go.
Nope, I want a
3.5.
point under John every
right,
time.
right on the
So-
nose with a 3.5.
Oh, no,
Uh,
it burns me.
Change up your strategy every time.
So then we're talking wide receivers and tight ends, so pass catchers.
It's
Right.
probably so low.
1.
1.5. John.
Yeah, I wanted 1.5, but I'll go 2 just because they got T.J. Hawkinson.
Micah.
Just took my 2.
All right.
Come
well,
on,
you can.
man.
You guys can agree.
Yeah,
right?
okay, I'm
agree,
taking
yeah.
2.
No,
All
we
right.
took it. You can't have it.
Micah and John were correct with 2, which
Freaking
honestly
John.
John,
I've
every
got to be
time
within a
John-
half a point
it
total. Like
feels
accumulative.
higher than it should be.
Yeah, it does feel higher because the wide receivers are just
The
so
wide receivers are
bad.
it's just a massive question mark.
Wait, what
you
was
never
the
know.
play
But
caller?
the tight end is good. Play caller was a 2, which there's no reason the play caller should be the same
As the-
grade
that's my point.
as the pass catcher.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
No.
Anthony Lynn, they consider him a 2?
I think our
Jeremy.
best
Yeah.
wide receiver is Amon St. Brown, our
Already?
draft pick, 4th round.
4th rounder.
All right, so
Rookie.
where do the Lions sit right now?
love 'em.
Running backs. Where would you guys think that they fall in line with the running backs?
Probably 3.5.
Give me
John?
a Go ahead.
I'd give him a 4 if they signed Frank Gore today.
I don't want to know.
John,
Frank
give
Gore.
us a real number.
I'm going to go 3.
3.
That's exactly where I'm
No,
going.
I want
3.
one. I want
Yep.
1.5.
1.5. You said 3, right?
3.5.
3.5. 3.5 was right on the nose. So basically their scores. So if we
Come on, John.
If we compare it to where the Kansas City Chiefs were, they had a total score of 23. The Lions are at
9.
13 total points.
Oh my gosh.
Lucky number
So-
13.
Based on those and where I've told you they land, where you guys think they land
29th.
in the league, where do you think they land as an
29th.
overall offense?
29th overall.
I was
Who
gonna
would
say
you put them
28,
ahead of?
So, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. The Chiefs and
Who would I put them ahead of?
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of who's
Can't
so,
go Jaguars anymore.
The
'cause
Jets.
they're
The Jets?
automatically-
and the
Jets?
Eagles.
The,
All right.
the Jets, maybe?
The football team?
The football team. The football team actually falls pretty high up there, I think.
Yeah, I think they're better than
The football
everybody.
team fell in at
Oh.
18.
Fitz magic.
Yeah. He makes a difference.
I'm
man.
gonna say Houston is last.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Carolina?
Carolina. No, because they've still got their running back. They're gonna be too high. Oh, dang. I got to come up with 3
Carolina fell in at 24.
24.
That's
Yeah,
pretty low.
just
The
because of
Jets.
running back.
All right.
McCaffrey.
You want me to just tell you where the Lions landed?
No.
29th.
No.
30.
29, 29,
Yeah.
28.
30, 28. They landed at 32. Dead last.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Dead last.
Oh, my
Just
gosh.
behind the Chicago Bears, the New York Jets, Houston Texans, New York Giants, Miami Dolphins, and Denver Broncos. That's what their Tier 5 offense was placed, so it's 32-26.
Wait,
They
hold on.
Should have drafted Justin Fields. They'd be 31st.
Right? Yeah, that's a good point.
Can I ask,
Probably
hold
would
on,
be.
can I ask
John.
a serious question?
Yeah.
Does he really like Justin? You guys
He
know
did.
John.
He liked
you did.
Justin
You always
Fields from
actually really
day
did?
one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I can never tell if he was like joking around
No.
about it or.
I hate Ohio State. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
Justin Fields is legit.
We need
Yeah.
we need a Justin Fields like overview at some point.
That'd be fun.
It would
Every
be
week.
fun.
Why we didn't take him
Every
and
week.
why it was the right
Checking
choice.
in on Justin Fields.
Well,
No, we
telling
really
him, like,
should.
player
We really
profiles.
should.
Yeah, we're going to start doing that next
Yeah.
week, actually.
You know
Ryan's
what
going
we
to give
should
an
do?
in-depth analysis on Casey Mize.
Yeah.
I love it.
So-
he just did.
Should we?
Well,
do-
he's going to do like a really in-depth, right?
well,
Isn't that what we
if
talked
there's-
about?
Yeah, we did for sure.
So
but if
I
there's
just
some,
put it
if
on there,
there's
so it's
somebody,
happening.
if there's somebody
I-
else we'd rather do,
We're gonna just turn his mic on and go. We
I'll get
get
here.
we get at least 45 minutes off.
I'll get here 2 hours early.
Ryan, we'll be back.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
going
What
to the
time do you
bar.
want Ryan here? What time do you want the rest of us here?
So in 4th grade, guys.
Casey Mize was
You got a
straight
bloody
A
nose
student.
from a kid. Who,
Straight A student, got his first girlfriend. His grades just dropped off very quickly. No, but
That's
yeah.
when you knew he was serious.
right.
So that's where they have Tier 5 basically. I mean, is there anyone that like? I thought the Kansas City
Dead
Chiefs
last.
at 1,
Ooh.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 2, and the Green Bay Packers at number 3. I think they considered Aaron Rodgers part of this, which doesn't sound like he should be. Which will be interesting to see where they fall to.
He's
once,
gonna take a year
once
off.
This is all, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. But I mean,
I
it'll
don't
be
know.
it'll be interesting to
Sorry,
see.
what you're saying? Aaron Rodgers is not going to play for a year?
I don't think so.
I think he's gonna hang out with Shailene Woodley, get all soft, and then he's gonna come back next year.
He already is soft.
And
Did
he-
you see
yeah,
those
I
pictures
know,
on
I see his
vacation?
pictures?
Yeah.
Gosh,
He looks like a goon.
he does.
He needs a haircut.
Oh, yeah, that guy
Uh,
has terrible style with haircuts.
wait, but then so he's demanding a trade, right?
He's demanding a trade. They're saying no.
He
But-
doesn't.
so
They
what-
already
doesn't
have
care.
their backup quarterback in
What good is it then if he sits out a year?
because they're paying him.
because they both win. They both win the argument basically at that
But
point.
and then next year he'd be a free agent or something? Or?
I don't know how that all works, honestly.
Is he? It depends on his contract.
He'd have to retire.
I think he has
to
2
get out of it.
years, which they would have
have
to
to
release
retire,
him though.
okay.
They would have to like release that retirement.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
But
they
why
buy
wouldn't
him
they
out.
just if they release him now? They still it's still guaranteed.
yeah.
It depends on the contract. Whatever's
Yeah,
guaranteed is
a lot of
guaranteed.
it. A lot of
Yeah,
it's
okay.
yeah. So he had a really big signing bonus that they would still have to pay,
Okay.
and he could actually lose out on that signing bonus if he doesn't play either. So it's really confusing. It like hits the cap,
Aaron
but they don't
Rodgers
have
is
to pay
not worried
him.
about money.
No,
Right?
no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no.
Yeah.
That guy's
so,
not worried about
And
money.
again, he's dating Shailene Woodley, so she's not hurting for money either. So
Yeah, and he doesn't really have family to worry about that. So because he
Oh yeah, has he?
just told
Disowned
him
them all.
He disowned his own family. So really
Who
good
was he
straight.
with
He's a really good
before
guy.
her?
he's with that race car driver, right?
Danica, he went from
Patrick, that's right,
Danica
yeah.
Patrick to an actress. What was the actress's name?
Yeah. give me-
Olivia Munn.
Yeah,
Olivia
Olivia
Munn.
Munn.
Oh,
yeah.
Mike was acting like he didn't know who that was. He's like, oh,
I have no idea who
no
that is.
idea, Olivia Munn.
I have no idea who Olivia Munn is.
Why'd I
What is
think
she
of her
in?
name?
You'd know her if you saw her. You'd know. her.
Yeah.
I don't think she's
can't
in
think of a
anything.
certain thing she's in.
She's
I
in.
don't
not
see
really
anything, so it
legit.
doesn't matter.
She's
Maybe
in-
you wouldn't know. Maybe I wouldn't either.
She's in that one show on HBO where it was the newsroom. The newsroom. Oh, I got it.
That's not a. Oh, that's an HBO show.
HBO.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, long time ago.
Do you guys
Actually,
get
really
HBO?
good. I used to.
No, I
You've
do
been
not.
watching The Mayor of Easttown?
No,
No.
I haven't.
Ooh, I'll give you my login.
I think I
Okay.
have my parents' login.
Okay.
I feel like I've offered it to all of you like numerous times.
I've never taken you up on it.
All right.
Today's the day.
So this one kind of came up on me quick. John, how are we sitting on time? What are we at?
We are just under 1 hour.
Let's go. I like this.
We're
We're doing
crushing.
really good.
Yeah,
So let's move through this really quick. Give me 6 minutes. 6 minutes, is that enough?
sure.
We can talk about it. Kyle
What
already,
are
he
you
already
gonna talk
set a
about?
timer. All right. So Pete Prisco, he actually came out today. He came out with his top 100 NFL players in, obviously, the NFL.
Very good.
Who's Pete? Is Pete good?
Pete Prisco is CBS. He does a good job. He
Okay.
comes out with good lists.
We
and
like
stuff. I
Pete.
mean, it's
We like Pete.
I like
Good.
him.
You can question a lot of everybody's stuff, really.
Yeah, for sure.
You said CBS, right?
I think he's CBS, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. I guess I didn't write that down.
Pete.
But CBS is usually on top of these
Pete,
lists.
if you could comment on the Facebook Live, Pete, tell us
Adam.
tell us where you work.
At Pete Prisco.
Let us know. Any comments?
Is that how it works? You add them?
2 minute account.
All right. Anyways, I did want to start with let's
They're
actually
all for
talk
me.
about the Packers. Let's talk about the Packers first.
Oh, okay.
Because
Why?
like one of the arguments that Aaron Rodgers has always had is like, you don't give me enough. We don't have enough built around me. He's talked about that several times.
Where are we going?
And I'm curious to how many players you guys think the Packers have on the NFL top 100 players.
That's okay. I was asking him. I don't
Top
know.
100
Yeah,
players
yeah,
list.
okay.
And I'm curious if, Kyle, I don't expect you to really know this.
Hurtful.
So you can just turn
Hurtful.
your
You're talking about how many Lions are on the top
Micah
100?
knows
No,
that.
sorry.
Micah
How
knows
many
I don't know
Packers
this.
do you think
How
are
many
on this list?
Freaking Packers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And who?
Well, Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, of course.
So those two are both in the top 7.
That's what I
David
said, of course.
Bakhtiari.
So
I'm going to
that's
say there's 2 more. I'm going to
that
say
is
4 total.
the second best quarterback and the best wide receiver in the league,
Devontae Adams, best wide receiver. I mean,
according to this list.
I
According
look.
it's just
I
according to this list.
look at the way he burns D backs, and he's awesome.
Sam hates
Yeah,
the
he owned
Packers
Jalen
so
Ramsey
much.
last
Oh
year.
my gosh, yeah.
Oh, I know, but this is a great topic for me because it can throw Aaron Rodgers
about
under the
the-
bus with his
What about the
pettiness.
Sure.
What about the
Yeah.
defensive line where the Smith dudes? I think. Do you think both of them or just one
David
of them?
Bakhtiari came in at
Da-
27.
David Bakhtiari's in there for sure.
Yeah.
Is that the
He's
guy that
the-
chugs beer?
Jair Alexander's in there.
He doesn't?
Jair, yeah.
The ru-
Jair
the running
Alexander
back.
came in at 14.
Aaron Jones too, right?
Aaron Jones is
Oh.
definitely in there.
Aaron
Ooh, they got like
He's
6
probably
or 7 then?
He's probably in like the 80s.
Out of 100 with 32 teams, if you have 6 or 7, you should be elite.
They
Mhm.
kind of have been. Yeah.
And they should be.
Yeah, it's true.
They've
That's
made
true. They
it
have
to
it.
the
should be
Yeah,
winning.
sorry. Yeah,
They should be winning.
I think
Super Bowls.
Zadarius might be in the 90s.
I think Zadarius Smith is in there.
Zadarius
Zadarius
is
Smith
really
comes
good.
in at 52.
Ooh, nice.
Is the other Smith in there?
No.
Preston? No.
Will Smith?
Okay.
No, because
All right.
Rashawn
What
is
about
taking
what
his
about Gary?
spot.
So
Yeah, what
Aaron
about Gary?
Rodgers,
I don't think
Or
he's
sorry,
top 100 yet.
Aaron Jones came in at 84.
Oh, you got it, Micah.
And then
80s.
Elgton
Elton
Jenkins,
is,
who's a center.
dude, he's
Elgin?
an absolute stud.
He came in
A
at
studio.
number 91. So they have 7 players in the top 100. And Aaron Rodgers is sitting out because they don't put enough around him.
He wants more weapons. Don't say it like that.
He has the best wide receiver in the game, according
He
to
wants
this list.
more weapons.
They
He
have
has the best tight end possibly in the game. Not the best tight end. He had the most touchdowns out of a tight end.
it's
Correct.
because he did it.
Well, that's what he thinks. He doesn't.
That's
He
what I
makes
think.
everybody else good, according to him.
I think
He
he
is.
has.
He's
Oh,
got
good.
a ton around him. He's
I
got
think
he's got
they
a
used
top
a
100 guard or center and the best left tackle in the game.
Yeah, because they
Potentially.
have developed and drafted a lot of key
Probably not
guys
the
over
best
the
tackle,
last
sorry.
few years. But what they did last year is the first round pick of Jordan Love. That's the reason he's so mad at them. Not only that, I think it built to that, but that put him over the top.
It's allegedly a lot, but this isn't the podcast to get into all that stuff. But
Well, I think
There's-
it shows the importance of the front office and the way that the ownership and general manager run things is very important, and that does get to the players, especially the quarterback. And that's
That looks like the
Aaron
Kraken
Rodgers.
symbol. Look in there. Tell me that doesn't look like the Kraken symbol.
Looking at your beer?
Seattle, like just
I
the
can't even
S.
see it.
The Seattle S just came in my
Oh,
glass
nice.
with the foam. Sorry.
No, but I think it gets down to the quarterback level, especially when what has he been there for? 16 years?
yeah,
Yeah,
he's been
16.
there for a
I
while.
mean, he's been there a long time. So 16, 17 years, like you have a say, you know how the organization runs, and he's sick of it. And that's the end all be all, I guess. I mean, he wants
Well,
specific types of players
yeah.
early in the rounds, and he's sick of seeing these guys being turned over year after year, and so they lose offensive linemen, but the next one stands in. The Packers think that's the right way to run things, and they don't want to waste high draft picks on wide receivers and running backs. And he goes in and never gets a wide receiver, so he's sick of making these guys look really good.
They're super conservative. They've always been conservative, and I think Gutekunst, the new GM, kind of took Ted Thompson's role, went even he spent a little more. He definitely spent a lot more actually on the defense because it was bad with under Capers, but nonetheless, I think what Aaron wants is for them to go, you know what, let's put all the eggs in one basket. Like, let's go out and get like that Julio last year for a deeper run. Let's get like that huge X factor, and let's go for broke. And they've never really gone for broke for the offensive side of the ball. But
yeah, to stay inside the division, the Chicago Bears have Khalil Mack coming in at number 20 overall, along with Allen Robinson, wide receiver, coming in at 46.
He's good.
That's all that they have.
I think Mack might be overrated, but yeah.
And then we move over to the Vikings, who have Daniel Hunter, who is their
Cook,
defensive tackle,
and
Harrison
Jefferson.
Smith at 77, Kirk Cousins at 93, and I thought Delvin Cook was on here, but I don't
What?
think I must have missed
Oh,
it.
Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson, they both have to be.
Sorry,
on
yeah,
there.
they are. How are they not on here? How did I not
You
highlight
just
them?
missed it.
I probably did.
They're on there.
No, Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen is as well, I thought. What did I do here? I think I screwed this up completely. Kirk Cousins. Man, I don't know. Maybe they're not on here.
I'm
Sorry.
really
Yep. Adam
surprised.
Thielen comes in at 97. Kirk Cousins at 93. Sorry, I'm just going to do this
Justin Jefferson.
while we're on air.
Yeah, work it out, man.
Help me
Do
figure
what
this
you need
one
to
out.
do. You want me to just start talking Tigers again?
Yeah, let's do
Meantime?
that. Maybe he's not. Maybe Justin Jefferson is on there. Sorry, he comes in at 45.
Yeah, he had an amazing rookie season.
And I think that's it on that
I
page.
forgot you were on this podcast.
Oh yeah, Kyle, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, man. What beer are you drinking? Give it a little intro. Oh, Delvin Cook come in at 19. Sorry, I don't know how I forgot to go through that whole list.
Delvin Cook is a
easy to talk to,
monster.
yeah.
But anyways, Detroit Lions now. Do you think any Detroit Lions fall on this list? How
Yes,
many?
yes.
How many do you think do?
I think one.
One. Okay.
Ooh.
I think
I want
Frank
two.
Ragnow.
Oh,
Kyle,
I think, yeah.
you think two?
Yeah.
Ragnow and
I think they're
Hawkinson?
gonna put Penny Sewell in there.
Penny Sewell would be 100
no,
already.
give me Ragnow and Hawkinson.
Hawkinson.
Yep.
Oh, Hawkinson could
And
be.
then John, you're the last one to go here.
I really want DeAndre Swift to be on that list, but I just don't think he cracks
I don't think he's
100.
proven it enough.
I don't
I think he
think he's
could
there.
be. He could
If
sneak
Aaron
on here
Jo-
next year.
If Aaron Jones is in the 80, there's no way Swift is up there
That's
yet.
true. Very
Yeah.
true.
That's a good
I'm
point.
just optimistic again. I'm trying. I'm trying.
So they did
Lions.
land with one, and Ryan nailed it right on the head with Frank Ragnow. And this is what they said about him. He was one of the best centers in the game last season, which is why the Lions smartly rewarded him with a new contract. He is the anchor for what should be a good offensive line in 2020,
Young, too.
2021.
Yes.
I think the Lions could sneak a couple extra players on here by this time next year. I think
Could be Okuda.
I think
That's the
I
goal.
Think, I don't know if a corner could jump that quickly, and they would probably kind of consider it a flash in a pan type thing.
They can jump fast.
Yeah, real fast.
But will they
think
get the
DeAndre Swift-
recognition? I think if anybody jumps into it, it's Swift. I think
Sewell.
Hawkinson. I think Hawkinson should be on this list
I think
already.
Hawkinson could,
Personally,
Yep.
I think Ragnow will still be on the list, obviously. And then you look at the two tackles. Do you think Taylor Decker and or Penei Sewell could be on this list?
Yeah,
Because if this offensive line is elite, both of them will get a lot of recognition.
I was concerned about missing Taylor Decker. I just don't think he gets the recognition that he may deserve.
Yeah.
From our point of view, like 100
Yeah.
players is tough to break down within the NFL.
He's
True,
average.
There's a lot of players in the league.
Yeah, I
you're
mean, like
right.
Jonah Jackson, I think he could be really good, but I don't think he'll break the top 100. no
Yeah,
matter how good
guards
he
don't
is.
do that.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
just
like
don't.
I doubt that there's very many guards on here.
Yeah,
in
I
general.
think players that can disrupt a little bit easier maybe could. So like a defensive lineman, like Romeo Okwara, if he has another double-digit sack season,
another good one.
he could jump on the list.
Flowers could get back on the list.
Yeah, I
he's
don't,
been
I don't
there.
see that. I don't see that because I don't think he's that kind of. He's not going to put up the numbers. He might have the impact, but not the numbers.
From the Red Wings to Michigan State, we're talking about it. This is State of My Sports.
We're cruising right along here. Now we're gonna have some fun celebrating National leave
made
the
it sound
office.
like nothing before this was fun.
I had a blast. I always do that though.
I know,
National Leave the Office Day is tomorrow. Basically, all right. So somebody want to read this because I'm terrible at reading. Micah, do you want to read that for me?
Yeah, where are you at?
Just right there.
Perfect. Everyone is sure to enjoy marking National Leave the Office Early Day on their calendar, observed each year on June 2nd, unless June 2nd falls on a weekend, at which time it would be acknowledged on the closest working day. The observance is an incentive to many who often work more than 40 hours each week.
Yeah.
About a third of Americans work more than
Isn't that
40
all of us?
hours per
It's kind of
week.
normal.
Some work even more than that. Those who are self-employed or who work two jobs likely work 60 to 80 hours a week. Or if your name's Ryan, he works
no
a
kidding.
lot of hours.
So
Those
it says.
those types of hours
Nobody
don't
actually
leave
knows.
much for family, self-care, or home maintenance. Stress piles up, and so did the phone calls from mom, the grandkids, and maybe the gym wondering where you've been. Does anyone
you
ever
write
get those
this?
calls?
No, I didn't.
No, I was gonna say this is
actually well written.
This is well written.
Can't be Sam.
Maybe your best pals want
I
to
didn't mean
meet
it.
for
Does it end this sentence with of?
We all knew what you meant. Does it say before we do or no?
maybe your best pals want to meet for a drink, but you've been stuck behind a desk or on the road working or on an airplane like Ryan.
Like, yeah,
He hasn't done that in a while.
That's a
Nah.
former life, guys. Yeah,
that's true. It's been a while.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
long time.
This is a new
COVID.
leaf.
COVID
Are we-
hit me
are we all
hard.
set? Or-
However, this holiday does remind you to take a little time for yourself every once in a while.
So how do we observe it? Did it say?
Hashtag.
well,
Leave the office.
hashtag leave the office early day. So just tell your boss, I'm out.
Deuces. Celebrating a
And
national
hopefully you have a
holiday.
job the next day.
That's how it works.
But it's a hashtag on social media.
Yeah, right. Come on, boss.
So-
Okay.
It's an
So
official Twitter
It's a
day.
thing,
So
man.
on this day, upon completion of all the necessary day's work and the needed approval, it is suggested that you leave or that you can leave work early to enjoy the rest of the day with fun activities of your choosing. Use hashtag leave the office day early to post on social media.
Yeah, you don't worry about that part. What I want people to do,
Don't do that.
the people that are watching,
Hashtag State of My Sports.
we want to know what you guys would do with a 5-hour free window, basically. And then I also want you guys to give us that. So for the people that are watching live, please throw it into the comments so we can get what you guys would do with a 5-hour window is what we're going to set this timetable on. And then you guys can build yours as well. Does it any takers on who wants to go first? Ryan?
I can.
Kyle, you're going first. Give us your perfect 5-hour window here.
Can I start with saying this a second? As you know, I like to go down tangents. I don't think this is a good. No, it is a good thing, but like, the office is everywhere in 2021.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
really is.
That's true.
I can't get away from work. I can't like that's the biggest thing I struggle with work is not like I may not be at the building always, and I know Ryan has the same thing. Like we all have that. Like you're constantly dealing with.
The work is always there.
It's always there. Yeah.
And if you're not there, if you're not paying attention to it, it'll be right there the second you look
you
at
had
it
that
next
today.
time. Yeah.
yeah, your
We had
morning
a crazy day because we had a half day Friday, Monday off.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Canada and China and all those things, they
They
just
don't.
kept ordering.
Yes.
So we just were backed
Yeah.
up, and it's just, I could turn my brain off from it, but
So
It's
I
still there.
feel like the better thing would be like turn off your phone at noonday or something.
yeah,
like that. Whatever.
something along those
Not
lines.
bad.
Um,
yeah,
A
that'd be
free
good.
5 hours
Yeah.
is what we're looking at here.
Mine
We
would
got
probably.
we got a Facebook answer.
Okay, yeah, let's start with
Yes,
the.
go with
let's-
that. Yeah.
Who is David Shoe or Skoo?
It's shoe.
Shoe?
So what would you do?
Golf. Just
That's a good one.
golf.
Come on,
And the 5
shoe.
hours
Not
is
bad.
perfect for getting in 18.
It is, right? Is that about what a round of golf costs these days, or
Yeah,
time wise?
Costs. Yeah. It
You know
costs.
what? I actually like that because screw money. Like time
I'm
is more
time is
important.
with
more
you with that.
important.
Yeah, that's the
100%.
biggest reason I don't golf anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you said it.
I'd probably play by myself and get 18 holes in about 3 hours.
Okay.
So
And
if you're
that-
with a foursome,
Oh yeah, you're looking at probably 5 to 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll fit a 18 holes
We'll
of
f-
golf
tell- yeah,
in,
we'll
in that
fit it
5
in,
hours.
yeah.
We'll
Hey,
make it
shoe,
work.
we gotta find some time.
And I'm gonna add a little bit to it, but that's fine.
yeah. I might be home a little late. but
I'll
it-
find
yeah.
some time to go 18 with shoe
Yeah.
this year.
Do you know Shoe?
Yeah,
Golf Shoe?
yeah. David Shoe.
David, golf.
Not a funny
shoot.
joke.
Listener
No, I
shoe.
thought it was
I
funny.
got it. It just wasn't funny.
I thought it was funny.
It wasn't.
All right. Anyway, so John, I know you're a big golfer. Is that where you would go? Is that just 100%
I feel like John would. Yeah.
just golf?
I made a list. I chose to only golf 9 holes.
Okay, so you
So
get a
that
little
had-
extra time
Oh,
here. I like
yeah.
that. I don't
Spreading it
mind
out.
that.
I want
Yeah.
a couple
Bad.
things in my 5 hours.
All right.
I'd like to swim in Lake Michigan for about 30 minutes
Okay.
after a round of golf.
Weird. Like, does it
good.
have to be
Wait,
Lake
wait,
Michigan?
are
Are you
30
start-
minutes.
Yeah. Are you starting from the end, like after a round of golf?
After golf swim. I said
Okay.
I said Lake Michigan or a northern Michigan river.
Okay.
I'd probably smash 30 wings. That takes about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I'd take a solid nap.
Budgeted the time. I like
Yeah.
it.
You would take a nap in there?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, heck yeah. I'd take a nap.
Now we got the explicit again.
But don't
Stop,
worry,
man.
I'm probably enjoying
Shoot.
at least 10 Michigan crafted beers in that 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
gotta
don't
have
mind
that.
That's a
Crushing.
solid day, honestly.
That's well broken out. I really like
Little
it.
It's like
Arvon,
anybody's Saturday, but it could just be on a half day, middle of the week.
little
Yeah.
Friday.
And that's
action.
kind of the idea. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
All right, Ryan, do you have yours laid out?
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, golf would be amazing. So that's kind of the easy choice. I was going to go there, but I'm going to go a little bit more creative than that. I'm going to fit in 2 activities that I don't spend enough time doing. Disc golf.
I knew you were gonna say frolf.
I would do disc golf, maybe even by myself. Just like get away by myself, go throw a disc around, several discs, play a quick 18. I can get through it really fast. It's not going to take 3 hours. It'll take 45 minutes to an hour. And then spend the rest of the time mountain biking
Oh, I like it.
with a bunch of buddies.
Wow.
Very
I'd
good.
love to do that.
Yeah,
Kyle, do you have yours laid out?
I do. I would start with. I'm kind of taking what they did, like hybriding 2 things. I would start by
Mountain golfing?
mountain.
I've done that.
I want to swim in a lake on a mountain after golfing up the lake.
For 29 minutes.
Right, yeah, for exactly 19 minutes, and then I would shoot probably in my backyard by myself for an hour.
Yeah,
Wait, what would you do in the
exactly.
backyard?
Wait, you would shoot
Shoot
yourself?
guns.
No, not shoot myself, but
Oh.
shoot guns or like.
It's like,
Shoot himself for an hour.
I'm not
just-
gonna-
I said by myself. Does anybody really think I could actually do that to myself? I like myself
All right,
too much.
stretch the truth.
Let's hang out a little bit.
And then right, and then I would probably go to my brother-in-law's house, who is about a mile from me, and he lives on a lake, and he has a boat,
Ooh.
and we always have fun doing that. Like that would be the rest of the day, just hanging out, definitely drinking beer, and
Does he have a Meyer swinging door in his backyard?
he doesn't. He tried to install one, and
What a
Meyer
loser.
stepped in and said, "We're not giving that to anybody. That's our technology, and you can't have it." Yeah.
the mask sign comes off
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yes. Yeah.
Speaking of that, cheers to beating
Sam.
to COVID.
Do it.
Anyways, all right. So
You
my
said to beating COVID?
the COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, because with masks, mandates are gone. Anyways, my
We've all had it.
my half day would start with
No
going to Chick-fil-A for lunch.
Oh.
That is
Very
I
specific.
love
I
me
like
some
it.
Chick-fil-A. I'd find time to go to Chick-fil-A.
Can I ask a question real quick?
What?
The corner of right by here, the corner of Wilson and is that what's going in there?
That's
Yeah.
a Chick-fil-A.
A
Lake
So-
Michigan
man.
Drive and Wilson.
From where we record 3 minutes?
Yeah, sponsor. New sponsor.
Yes.
God.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
New goals.
Yeah.
Gets Chick-fil-A as a sponsor. Cater it every Tuesday.
What
That
are you,
one I'll
Hashtag
sell.
goals.
That one
Adam.
I'll go with you on that one.
Let's add them somehow.
Yeah.
What are you getting at Chick-fil-A?
I am a spicy chicken sandwich guy
The
with
deluxe?
no tomato. Yeah, well, I like the lettuce. Like, I don't do the deluxe because I'm not going to pay the extra just for the lettuce.
You don't like
I'm not
tomato?
a tomato guy.
But does
That's
the other one
ridiculous.
come with the pepper jack cheese?
Well, I need cheese. Yeah, so that's why I do the deluxe.
Needs
I guess I
just-
forgot
you
about
just
the
said
cheese.
I don't
No,
do
my
the
bad.
deluxe.
My bad.
He
I said
does
it
pay
wrong.
for the extra.
And then I don't get a tomato.
That's
on
what I
it.
do too. Same thing. Yeah.
You get no tomato?
Yeah.
All right, and then I
Why?
get the
Because it
waffle fries.
overpowers the sandwich.
Oh,
Then I get the waffle fries, and then the
Do you order them
Chick-fil-A
extra
sauce?
Chick-fil-A
crispy?
sauce.
extra crispy.
Dude, you have to do
no,
it
you
next
guys
It
go
is better.
standard, guys.
Yeah.
No, you guys
No.
gotta go with
You want the-
They're
traditional.
soggy.
The traditional
Chick-fil-A.
is so good.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
are you talking
yeah.
about the waffle fries extra crispy?
Yeah, extra
Ooh,
crispy.
I might
Oh,
do that.
okay.
That's,
Yeah.
That sounds
That's what I'm
excellent.
Yeah, not the sandwich, the fries.
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
fries.
Okay, my bad. I missed that.
Yeah,
I missed that too. Yeah.
I would love for the fries to be extra crispy. I've never thought to even ask.
Yeah.
Do they do that for you?
Who
Yes.
knew?
They will. Yep.
Especially if we
Chick-fil-A,
add
they'll
'em.
do anything you ask them
Right.
to do.
It is their
I
pleasure.
I asked for a filet mignon the other day. They brought it to me.
And they with a big smile.
Like, you got it, sir.
Yes, we
My
will.
pleasure.
My pleasure. My pleasure, sir. Medium rare. Like,
That's a great idea. Going with food first.
like that,
Cheers
but
to
it
you.
has to be like a quick.
is.
It has to be a quick one because I don't have a ton of time.
that's true.
So then I would go play 9 holes somewhere with
Chipotle.
with friends. I would hope to get nine holes in. I would do a scramble if I have to for time's sake. But
Yeah.
I'm not much of a golfer like on my own.
You go, John.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, he said no friends though. I thought he said he wanted to do it on his
Oh,
own.
yeah.
John.
Yeah.
I mean,
Scramble.
yeah, if everybody,
He's totally like, no, I don't want
well,
Sam there. Like,
yeah, if
I wouldn't want me there
if
either.
everybody gets to plan leave the office day at
That's
the
a
same
5-hour
It's a
day.
at the
national
same-
holiday.
at the same exact. Okay, so we better put the plan into work tonight before we get done recording.
Oh, I can't do
'cause-
that.
That's true.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
celebrate that.
Yeah, are we doing this tomorrow?
No.
Come on, guys.
We got to plan a
Let's-
year
but-
in
let's,
advance.
like-
let's start a trend.
I don't get to golf nearly as much as I'd like to. I enjoy it when I do it. I'm not very good.
Me too.
I got to go
Oh,
do it
come
in
on.
Tampa Bay on that bachelor
nice.
party, and I fell right in love.
What'd you shoot?
I don't even know, man. Doesn't matter.
I shot at 84 yesterday at Thornapple.
Did you really? Is that
Thorn
good?
apple,
Yes,
too. Wow.
that's-
9 holes, 84. That's solid.
Well,
No, it was 18.
John.
It was 18, and I fell apart on the back 9. I fell
Oh,
apart. I shot
really?
a 37 on the front.
Dang,
For the
man.
first time ever, I just played the clapping
Dang.
like
for a real reason
legitimate
for Sam. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
good job, Kyle.
And then I would probably go to a local brewery.
First time.
There are so many
First
that
time ever.
that I enjoy, or I would just sit on my deck and have some people over.
Wait, you would eat food and drink beer?
Yeah.
Those are the two things you do?
Well, I would golf too.
Oh, I didn't hear the golf. Okay.
Yeah, I would golf 9. That was what the whole last.
You'd be on my list. Like, I'd come over here and like hang out at the pool.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
I wouldn't mind laying in the pool for an
If
hour.
we all decide to do
so.
that, let me know. Like, I would put that in.
Yeah, and the shop isn't far from here. So if you guys are gonna do this, I can be here in about 5 minutes or less.
Not tomorrow. I can't do it tomorrow.
No,
but,
yeah.
As long as
We'll
you
talk about
hashtag
it.
it,
Yeah.
you can
We'll
do
talk
it.
No, I
about it, and it'll never happen. But it'll be still fun to talk
No.
about.
Like the golf thing we planned.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
never
Well,
happened.
well,
Yeah.
that we talked about it last week. You just gave me 1 week to figure it out.
No, we talked about it in the basement
Was
a few
it?
weeks ago.
I thought it was. Oh,
Well,
do it.
I think we set a
I
date
think
and
we-
everything, and then we all said, let's do it, and then
Yeah.
we never did anything.
yeah. Well, let's set a date tonight.
We will, for sure. I'll be there. Sorry. That's
We have a listener that says
See you there.
we have a listener that says they would go to a happy hour with their husband.
Who's that?
Oh, I like
Is
that.
that Carrie?
No idea.
Yeah, definitely not Andrea. She'd be like, no, I got 5 free hours. You kidding me?
Carrie's like, yeah, I would love to hang out with my husband.
Adrian's like, if you're going to be off work, don't come home.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got it. Like,
She'll be like, wow, that's really selfish. You're by yourself.
like, you have all the kids. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's about my 5 hours there. However much at the bar or on my deck I get.
You
I'll
got a
take.
real nice backyard. You're
Thanks,
you're
man.
spoiled.
I sprayed it today with all my next.
He's
Your
better
Sunday.
better
Lawn
nice.
application.
I was just wondering when we were supposed to do that.
It says now-ish.
Okay.
on the paper.
All right.
So
Does
I'll
it
do
say
it now-ish.
now-ish?
Now-ish.
I think we got it a week ago, right? Roughly.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
your
wasn't
Sunday?
told. It
Yeah.
just showed up
Yeah,
in my
nice.
garage.
Yeah. So I sprayed it today. I'm
Nice.
excited
But
to
it's
see how
not
it looks.
Sunday.
It doesn't have
It's
to be on
Tuesday.
Sunday. It's
What?
now-ish.
Yeah.
Sunday-ish.
Amazing.
Now-ish.
I'm very curious.
Who still needs to go? Did Micah go?
Micah.
Me.
All
I
right.
do.
Did everybody else go?
Micah's
Let's
with
just call
me.
it good. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Micah's with me.
and we're done.
Firearms are gonna be
5 hours.
Oh,
5 hours.
there
Yeah.
you
Jaws.
go.
Get the jaws going.
And listener Carrie took the words right out of my mouth. I would go to lunch/happy hour with my wife for sure. That usually never happens. I work so late a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then we'd go to range day somewhere. Definitely not at Kyle's because he's shooting by himself.
Yeah, he said by
So,
himself. That was a
But if
crucial
I go
part.
early,
That's
cool. We're-
you can come to my house after I'm done. After I head to
Oh.
Sam or Joey's,
And,
yeah,
and pay
there
you
go.
for range day.
Ah,
for
yeah,
range
nothing,
time.
nothing. Just don't blow it over the
These are yours,
the
bro.
berm. Yeah.
Perfect. And then because I never get to do it, I would go pick my kids up from school.
Yeah.
Because anytime I get to do that, which is very rare, they're so excited to see me.
I know.
And go
Good
pick
for
them up,
you.
go take them to ice cream, be super dad. I love taking those kids to ice cream. My wife does not like when I take them to ice cream.
Especially midday.
But, oh, yeah.
You wonder what happened this last weekend?
you
I was
finish
gonna go because everybody was getting out early before the long weekend. I was gonna go get my kids, And then Sam was texting me about how maybe we could get together and he would make me lunch. So I found someone else to get my kids that day. And then Sam stood me up and didn't want to do anything.
Like he was going to make you lunch?
Well, he was like, hey, there might be some people coming over. We could have some like burgers and dogs. I'm like, oh, man, it sounds fantastic. Let me find somebody else to pick up my kids because I told him I would.
Like on a Friday?
Just last Friday.
We had a half day.
That's so weird. I didn't get that invite.
It was guys from my work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I thought
he's
like
not
work
from your
neighbors.
I'm not from your work.
It was guys from my work that I was inviting.
Right.
And everybody bailed, except for one guy who had said...
That was me.
No,
I know. I was there.
You were like 50-50.
I was not. You
were kind of 50-50.
He automatically
not true.
puts you in
It felt
50-50.
like a
I found
50-50.
somebody. I literally found somebody else
I
to
told
go.
you not to find somebody.
But I said to you, like, no, I'm going to do it because it'll be fun if I come. And then you're like, oh, I'm at a brewery with somebody else. And I'm like, I guess I'll sit at work until 4 o'clock then.
That's so weird. I was literally just at work just being like, man, I hope somebody invites me to something.
Yeah.
Well,
and he
I
won't.
can't
He won't.
invite...
Yeah.
The thing is, Ryan, is I can't invite you and be like, you're going to come to my house, though. Like, I feel like if you come home early, you're going to be home with your family. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think we can...
I disagree.
Maybe we can figure out a way to, like, where
Firm
you
disagree.
could park at Donnie's. You and
And then
Donnie
walk.
can walk around
Yeah.
through the backyard, maybe sneak through the fence,
Yep.
through the Calderons.
We'd jump through Bunny's yard. That'd be fine.
To be honest, when he said, like, some guys might come over, I thought it was, like, you two and Donnie and Trav or something. And then he's like, oh,
John.
no. Like, he's like, I didn't invite any of those guys. Cause I don't
You didn't even ask. I just...
You were so halfway
Look, I was
in.
trying to get guys from my work to come over. None of them really liked me a whole lot, so they just decided not to come.
Right.
And
Oh, I was all in on, like, Aaron's like, hey, don't forget your lunch. And I'm like, I don't need lunch. I'm going to Sam's for lunch.
did you really do that? Oh, no, I feel
100%.
bad.
Ask her.
I owe you lunch now.
I'm sure she's watching.
I owe you lunch now.
Mike
I
at
feel really
Guns
bad
and
about it.
Motorcycles. I'm in. That was
Yeah,
another
and
comment.
I think I'd just ended.
Motorcycles.
I think I'd end that half day with afternoon delight. So
There you go.
Whoa.
Too much.
what?
Sam doesn't know how what
What?
to do right now.
That's. It's a
I
part
asked
of
to
a
come to that.
movie.
It's a half day.
Get a bumper in here.
Which one haven't I played yet?
Just any of them. I don't
okay,
care.
this.
If it's craft beer in Michigan sports, we may not be the authority, but we love
did this one?
both like a fat kid loves cake.
No, we haven't done that.
This is State of My Sports.
You did good.
All right, Ryan, real quick, explain Betting Hero to our listeners.
Man, you always do this to me.
Well-
So,
You asked me to.
You are the best.
Betting Hero is a online sports betting app that you can go on, and what they do is they just take all of the legal online sports betting apps available in the state of Michigan, and they just lay it out for you list based. So if you go on there, you go to bettinghero.com, sign up using promo code MIBETS. They will lay out every single one of the casinos or sports betting apps available to you at that time. Not only that, they also lay out each one of the best promo codes available at that time. Now, what that means, this is still new to the state of Michigan. So every single time that there is a big fight or a Super Bowl or any kind of major sports event, they will go all out to try to get your business.
You're going to make money.
That's the key. All you have to do is use the promo codes that they have available at the time. And the best part is Betting Hero actually takes every single one of the best promo codes available in the state of Michigan, and they make it available to you in list format again. So it doesn't matter if it's DraftKings or what's another one? Give me another one, guys.
MGM.
MGM.
BetMGM.
William Hill.
BetMGM, William Hill. Yeah, all of those that are available in the
FanDuel.
state of Michigan, they lay it out for you. They give you the best prices and promo codes available. Use promo code MIBETS. Go to bettinghero.com, do that, and then sign up, and they will lay it out for you. It's not just a one-time promo code either. It is through the duration of your stay at that
Website. You can sign up for all of them and get tons of promos throughout it. So
Do it.
we would appreciate. So I was going to talk a little bit about some of the betting odds that we had. So if you're watching live, the scroll has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but we want to keep this thing moving.
I think we're going to crown a new king.
We are definitely going to crown a new king. Well, we actually did. I was actually the winner of the betting segment last season. So
Come on, Kyle.
I just want to keep the King
Only
Kyle thing
because
rolling.
I kept betting against Tom Brady. week in, week out, I bet against Tom Brady.
Sounds like a you problem.
It is 100%. I'm not saying it's anything but that. I don't make your little joke.
Seems like you would know by now. After
I should. And I like
years.
Tom Brady. I do. Yeah.
That was rigged though because Sam actually didn't win. He just said he won, and
nobody ever did that math.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you.
Wow, Ryan.
I mean, there's ways to check it. You can check the tape. Check the tape.
Who's got time for that?
I won't, and you know that.
Anyways,
yeah, exactly. You've got us right where you want us.
That's a great point. I could really rig this thing.
Anyways,
what we did to head into the NBA playoffs, we drafted some teams, and I wanted to talk about. I mean, really, there's only one player eliminated, so I guess it's really not much to talk about with this one. One team in Micah.
Two teams.
Did another team get eliminated today?
The Nets. Moved on against the Boston Celtics today.
Oh, so two of Micah teams.
Two of Micah's ones are.
Two of Micah teams are out. The Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat.
I'm such an NBA pro.
That's where we're at. So
like me with the NHL.
So Kyle, you had the Nets who moved on, and then yeah, that was a fake one. Who was the other one that
was a fake one? Yes.
That moved on.
He's also got the Sixers who are playing the Wizards, and he's got both teams. So one of those are.
But the Wizards, I didn't have a choice on the Wizards.
Nets moved on to the second round. Who else moved on to the second round? Was it the Bucks?
Milwaukee Bucks.
Milwaukee Bucks, which is one of Ryan's
That's
teams.
me.
So, but the NHL, the first
I didn't
round.
actually do that, did I? No, the Wizards were the last team available, so I had to take them.
Yeah, right? I think that's what happened.
Oh, my goodness. I've been so mad at myself.
the NHL first round is officially over. We're actually digging into the second round already. But, Kyle, you're the first three teams eliminated in the NHL were the Capitals, the Oilers, and the Blues, which were all three of Kyle's teams. But you do have the Vegas Golden Knights still available.
And they're doing well, right? Aren't they doing good?
Yeah.
We'll see.
They
got to play Colorado.
Colorado, they got destroyed in round 2 against Ryan's team, the Avalanche.
Yep.
Ryan, your only team that's been eliminated is the Penguins.
Yeah,
which are the Penguins?
The only reason I picked them too is because on TV at the time that I made that choice, they were up 1-0. So I just kind of figured that was
right. I remember that.
was a little advantage, and that was the only one that came back to bite me.
Yeah.
So you have the Islanders who are playing against the Bruins, and the Jets who are playing against the Canadians.
That was some
and then you also have the
Avs.
Avs. So you have no teams playing against each other, which is obviously important.
I don't either.
That's why
you could have a good chance. Yeah,
I looked into it, and I just played the odds.
That's a really good point. Micah lost the Leafs and the Panthers in the first round, but he still has the Bruins and the Canadians. And then I lost the Wild and the Predators in the first round, and I have the Lightning and Hurricanes playing each other. Or they're playing each other, but I have both of them as well. So
as much as
who are the best two teams left?
I would say the Avs and probably Vegas. Personally,
right.
Bruins are looking good.
Yeah,
Canadian or Lightning are looking good too. I mean, you're gonna have the conference finals are gonna be.
The Lightning
What
are
are you
up
saying? A new
2-0 now.
2-0. Yeah, they won today.
I got Vegas left,
Vegas could lose though because they're playing the Avs.
and I got all 3 of my NBA teams left, or 4. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. If that makes you happy. Everybody has all 4 of their teams except for Micah.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
but
Who only has 2 teams
you
left.
can't say Micah's
That's gonna be
25%.
eliminated.
And honestly,
soon.
Micah's going to lose the Mavs too. So, man, he's going to lose 3 of his NBA teams in the first round, right?
the Mavs are moving on.
Are they?
Yeah,
I
they
thought they
will.
were down, aren't they?
2-2.
Oh, who are they
It's
playing?
tied.
The Clippers.
Oh, really? I have the
so.
Clippers, so that would suck. That would suck for me.
that would be
Well,
good for
yeah,
me.
for you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It is time to grade our Michigan beers for this episode, but before we do, I want to once again remind everyone of our partner, Siciliano's Market. They are simply the best beer store in West Michigan, located on Lake Michigan Drive, right between Grand Valley State University's main campus and downtown Grand Rapids. Wherever you live in West Michigan, it is worth the short drive for what they have to offer. Whether you know what you want or you need some help from their expert staff, Siciliano's Market is the best place for that. They not only have a massive and up-to-date inventory of the best craft beers from across our great nation, they're individually priced so you can mix and match to build your own six-pack. Along with their great selection of craft beer, they have specialty wines, spirits, ciders, coffee, tea, tobacco, and cigars. They also have the largest selection of homebrew and winemaking supplies in West Michigan. We love that Siciliano's Market is part of the State of My Sports family and is who we visit to help us choose our Michigan beers for each and every episode. So please check them out and let them know that we sent you.
Blood?
We are getting into some what?
Did you drink your own blood?
Yeah, it's good.
That's good.
It's good.
Oh, negative.
It's better than going on everywhere. I mean, this is a
You guys
huge
know your
cut.
blood type?
Mine's A+. Yeah.
I do not know my beer.
I don't
my
either.
blood type.
His beer type.
I know my
he
beer
said-
type.
he said, I don't
Well,
know my beer
it is our Michigan beer segment. Like
New England IPA.
type. Right now it is. Yeah.
so much blood.
Blood
so
orange.
much blood. For the people watching, there's
Tiny,
so
tiny
much
bit.
blood.
Sam's going to the ER in a couple
You
minutes.
guys don't know your blood type?
You guys can tear this down,
I
right?
should too. You're right.
What's the super
yeah.
common one?
No.
No idea.
What?
Nobody knows. A negative.
Blood type.
John, take it away.
I know mine's A positive, and they used to bug me all the time. They used to like call me up like 5 days a week and
'Cause
ask
it's
me
rare?
to donate blood. Yeah.
It's
don't-
because it's
it's-
rare, because it's universal donor.
Is that the
No,
universal
no,
donor?
no. It's not universal donor.
So it's
donor.
rare.
It's just
Yeah.
rare. Yeah.
Every time I hear universal donor, I think of Dwight. Because isn't that like his
Yes,
thing? He's like,
yeah.
Universal donor.
Yeah.
universal
I'm so
donor.
excited.
Which is what? O negative?
I think it's O negative.
Sounds right.
It's
Yeah.
O negative or O positive. Yeah.
I think it's negative. Yeah.
I don't even know how many blood types there are.
We should all know this. We're in our.
I know,
t-shirts.
Oh,
Good.
right?
We're old, especially me. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like something we should
You've
figure
been in your
out.
30s longer than all of us.
Yeah. Can I Google this? Will
Yeah,
Google tell us?
no, no, you can't Google it. There's a rule against blood types in Google.
Don't
You
don't
can't
you
do it.
remember learning this as a kid, and you're just going around to your friends like, I'm like A positive or like O negative.
I think I'm
and
a
everyone's
B.
like,
I'm a
I don't
B.
care.
If we were talking about grades, I'm
did
like
that.
D minus. I think
Yeah.
that's the only thing I remember in
text
school.
my wife and be like, "Do you know what I am?
That's
I need
the
a
only,
transfusion."
That's the only reason I know is because of the A+. It was like, yeah, I'm A+. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Good-
yeah,
good
you're right.
grade.
Yeah,
Another
yeah,
grade,
yeah.
another good grade for me.
Another one. Put it on the board.
Speaking of grades, Ryan, can you give us one?
A+.
No.
What?
0 to 10.
Oh.
You know better than that.
All right, this is from Cheboygan Brewing Company, Short Shifter Hazy IPA. This is their 7.5. It's a limited release, so it's not going to be just all throughout the year. 7.5%.
Thanks for explaining what limited release
Thank you.
means.
I'm just making conversation, man. don't do this to me. It's got notes of peaches and apricots.
It's got
Come on,
peaches
Mr.
in that?
Carr.
Yeah, that was also conversation.
I missed that part.
I like to say apricots, just because. No reason why.
What was the other one that you said, like you always say to confuse people?
Oh, I had you guys on. What was it? Pecans.
Pecans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
I get people messed up. Like
I have
pecans,
used
Because once you
pecans,
hear it,
and I'm like,
once you
"Oh, you
hear it,
mean
you can't
pecans?"
get it out of your
like, and they're like, yeah. So I had this one with pecans. Like, wow.
you can't pecan
You
pie.
can't get it out of your head. Yeah.
Where are we at? Did you give it a grade, Ryan? Because I haven't.
All right.
I gotta write these down.
So
Or John, you write 'em down?
for
Oh.
a 7.5%, this is really light tasting. And I think that's kind of, I don't know, maybe the style of what this is supposed to be. That it's not like a ton of flavor to it. It says 50 IBU, so it's a little bit maybe on the lower end of the New England style genre. So I do like it though. It's a really good beer. It's very, very easy to drink, especially again for a 7.5. Comes in the tall can too, so I feel like you just get enough of it.
I do
Yeah,
like the tall cans.
I do.
I do
You
too.
do or don't?
Tall
I do.
cans
I do
look
too.
good.
They
Yeah.
look a lot better.
This
Fit in
weekend
your
I had
hand
some
better.
Modelo in like a normal 12 ounce, and I'm like, this is too small.
Well,
This
one
isn't right.
one does the job with this, especially at a 7.5.
Sure.
You know, you're not,
Yeah,
you're not
that's
like
strong,
forced to
yeah.
go to another and open another.
Yeah.
Modelo.
I'm
We're gonna
gonna
have
to
I
talk
will
about
go.
this
Guy.
after the
This
podcast.
guy.
You don't like Modelo?
I'm a Corona guy. If I'm gonna go that.
Ooh, Kyle, I'm with you on the Modelo.
Yeah,
I had-
Modelo is just
Well,
Corona with more
no.
flavor.
So I was at the
100%.
obviously the bachelor party that I talked about, but
Man,
like
I was gonna give
we
a
were
grade.
in the airport, and I'm sitting there sipping on Founder's beer because I'm sitting at the thing. I got there way before everybody else. Next thing you know, like
Sam
all the
was
guys,
Sam was early. Yeah.
Never
He won't let you
happened.
be early to a flight, but he's early to a flight.
No.
Yeah.
But like all the guys, like as soon as they got there, they ordered 10 Modelos. I was like, wait,
What?
people do that? Like
Oh, it's
Modelo?
good. It's great beer.
I remember my first time in Mexico when I was like 21. They had
Sure.
Modelo in the fridge. It was awful, so bad.
So you're ranking a beer. You're rating a beer on. Last time you drank it, you were what, 18?
Based
21.
on
Honesty.
when
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
21
So you had great taste at 18.
I should try it again.
Yeah, you should.
/ 21.
Do you put a
Yeah,
lime in it
slash,
just
yeah.
like Corona or no?
You can, yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's
You
better with
can?
it,
You're
yeah.
allowed to do
John?
that?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
I
are
do.
allowed to do
Yeah.
that. You won't
Go-
get arrested.
If
No.
Okay,
No
that's
rest.
good to know.
This
No
weekend,
rest.
let's do it. Let's do
You
Corona
want to-
versus Modelo.
Yeah.
That would be a
wins.
fun one,
Modelo and
yeah.
Lime wins. Go to El Agave on Northland Drive by the Score.
Oh yeah,
It's-
yep.
Yeah, little Hispanic restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great food. You get a
Tacos?
you get a Modelo draft
No,
in
they
a
don't make tacos there, do
34-ounce
Ooh.
frozen mug.
No kidding.
Really?
Best
Big
best
boy
beer
beer
you
right
can
there.
get.
What if it's a beer I don't like that's 34 ounces wasted?
But it's Modelo, so
You call me up. I'll swing up there and drink the rest.
Sometimes light beers are a
That's
real
like
deal.
it. I'll pay for it. Yeah.
I went to a Mexican restaurant the other day and had a
Remember when you were trying to
Corona.
score
I
a
didn't
beer?
think about
What?
Remember
Modelo.
when you were trying to score
I'll
a
have-
beer?
Yeah.
5 minutes ago?
I don't know.
I
So long
might
ago.
order a Modelo next time I'm at a Mexican restaurant.
Apparently, I have to try it.
All right, let me introduce my
Yeah,
beer.
yeah, Ryan's gonna introduce his beer. Where's it from again?
I will.
What's
I
it like?
actually.
Everybody score Modelo.
Does it
right
have
now.
does it have a hint of lime, Ryan?
Peaches.
No. Yeah.
Just put a peach in it and turn it upside
Again,
down.
short shifter hazy IPA, Cheboygan Brewing Company. I will give this a 7.9.
Nice.
Good beer.
Good score.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Kyle.
Still am.
Come on, hustle it up.
Arvon is. I love Arvon. Arvon makes my
I'm
favorite.
so mad about this.
I am
You knew
mad.
this was coming.
I am mad about it.
You knew that you had
Um,
to grade, and I asked you to grade. Now you're
right,
mad
but
at
you
me?
gave me a beer
So
you know I hate.
Oh,
um,
Oh, jeez.
Arvon is my favorite brewery.
Yeah.
They've passed Old Nation, which Sam, you know, is tough.
What?
That is very tough.
When did this become official?
And I think this, man, probably after we were there, like when we tried
Think
to
officials, founders.
those sours. Oh man,
When he wasn't there?
oatmeal
Official?
stout. I think I came once. 4.2%. I don't like stouts. This is the best stout I've ever had in my life,
Is it stout?
and it's a 6.5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
I don't like.
That's
it's
the
just not my
beauty.
yeah.
I think that the beauty of this podcast is that we're not just trying to like give good grades to give good grades.
no.
Like,
The highest scores I've given were Arvon.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're honest.
Yeah. Also, this shandy, I hate shandies too, and you gave me this. I don't know why. This is Old Nation. This is not good either.
No?
So
You don't like it?
You want to score on this? It's a 6.0.
I kind of love it, but yeah.
You're just throwing out scores now.
It's
You-
too
is that-
sweet. It'll give
Is
you
that the
gut
way this is
rot.
going to go?
Yeah,
Eight-
I
luckily
just
that thing was close.
that Cafe
8-3.
Con Leche, that's an
8-3.
8-1. He loves it. Okay.
Hand,
8-3.
hand him another beer and make him score it really quick.
No, let's stop doing this. Cut the mic.
Kyle's just giving scores.
the camera.
First curve.
Can't do this anymore.
Okay, I'm going to go. From Waypost Brewing Company, Cafe Con, right? Con Leche.
It's like,
they're
it's
6
like
and a
con
half.
queso.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. Con queso. Yeah.
Man, con queso sounds awesome. Oh, sorry.
Cheese is the only thing you put
dude,
in
I'm down for
queso.
some Mexican.
With a Modelo.
Why is he?
He's rubbing his tummy.
I'm down for some Mexican.
Yeah, it was his tummy. He was rubbing it.
Sammy like
This is
Mexican
cut-
food.
That's why I cut it short so we can go get some
Hey,
tacos.
Mikey, he likes it.
Cut it short.
Sure,
6 hours later.
1:45.
So, Cafe Con Leche
We
from
ended
Waypost.
sports so long ago.
So, yeah, I love it. I love it.
The 39-minute mark.
6.5%er espresso stout.
I'm the only one who likes that. So.
All right, let Micah finish
man.
this game.
So,
Because
this
that's
game-
fair. Because
yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, because they didn't interrupt Ryan at all.
Again, it's brewed with, it's a lush stout, and it's stirred in with some milk sugar. So there's a little bit of smooth and a little bit of sweet there from the milk sugar.
It's like a nice base to it, right?
Yeah.
Solid,
So
yeah.
it's not the stout that you would think, like an Arvon or like a Founders would be kind of high in alcohol content. So it's, again, easier to drink, which is nice to have during the summer days. I'm going to do 6.9.
6'9".
Hi-oh.
Not bad.
I am drinking from Old Nation.
Does the job.
Their shandy. It is their German-style lager with lemonade, and Kyle does not know what the heck he's talking about because this is amazing.
It's a great beer.
This
I don't
is
like
so
shandy.
much
I
better
don't
than
like
summer shandy.
You're out of
Oh,
your
I
mind.
This is
hate summer shandy. I hate
hands
it.
down better than
Cutting
summer
you
shandy.
off.
You're already cutting me off?
Yep. As soon as you started talking, I hit Jaws.
All right. Anyways, so this is
I'm just kidding.
this is their shandy, and it is a combination of their lager and Guarnesi. How do you say
Grozny.
it?
That is a weird word.
You say
It is the
Grozny.
type of lemonade that they have.
Grozny.
No, Guernsey dairy.
Grozny.
No.
Krasny Dairy.
That is the capital of
Did you
Chechnya.
end it with dairy?
Where?
in the Russian Federation. Don't ask
I'm
me
gonna go
how
over
I
there.
know
I'm gonna go over to their Instagram a second and see what's going on.
That was-
Respell it.
I like their Instagram.
GUERSEY.
GROZY. I'll put money on it. I think I'm right.
Did I hear a niner in there?
Sure it
This is
is.
We're
great.
talking on a
This is great podcast stuff here.
walkie-talkie?
Right now
Is it
we're
not?
googling how to say this word.
Why do you hate it so much?
No, I think I'm actually.
It totally.
Wait, it's in Mackinac Island. The official lemonade of Mackinac Island.
There's a hotel
You
that
know
just burned
you're
down.
Russia.
I
Saw
know
that.
my Russia. Yeah.
Have you been there?
Dude, where is this place? Is this a Michigan? Is this a Michigan company?
Oh, really?
Like learning about what happened.
Oh,
and-
cool.
Yeah.
Is
They're
it?
in Northville, Michigan.
Spell
Ta-da.
Northville.
Yeah.
Spell it again.
GUERSEY.
That's not how you spell
N-
Northview.
NORTH.
I promise.
Oh, so let me just go to the
You're
website.
wrong.
No, that won't work. Anyways, this is a really good beer. This is hands down better than Summer Shandy, not just because there's an American or a Michigan label on it, because
It's way
it's
better.
way better.
It is,
like
yeah.
night and day better. This is my new Summer Shandy in the
I
world.
love it. Yeah. Old Nation's great.
I won't buy Summer Shandy again. No, I will.
Seriously,
I'm sure I
no,
will,
this
because
is-
you can find it easier.
Yeah,
Probably
but this
cheaper.
is terrific. This is so
It's
good.
a really good beer. Anyway, what was the percentage on this one? I think it was a little bit higher than the Summer
there.
Shandy, 4.8%. So it's got the craft on it.
There.
John, did you find the
Can you
no,
stop
no.
doing this? What are you looking for? Sorry, I wasn't making
the
that.
how do you say this word?
Oh.
Or a
Sorry, we
pronunciation.
were talking about Chechnya. I forgot.
That's exactly how it is. Yeah.
Spelling bee. Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes. It's a Russian city.
It's a city in the Russian Republic of Chechnya.
Today, Junior.
Let's move on.
Anyways,
Agreed.
I'm a big fan of it. I'm
For the
gonna
first
go.
time ever agreed.
I'm gonna go with an 8.1.
Very good. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Very good. Very good.
Appreciate it. But that was episode 107.
I'd go 8-4.
We're gonna cut this thing as quick as we can. You're gonna go what?
8-1.
We can't grade that.
8-4.
No.
I
No, I
said
just did.
6-0. Do you want to
Micah?
grade the Shandy?
Micah.
Just
Go.
give it a number.
7-8.
7-8.
Thank you guys for recording. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening. We will talk to you next week, if not sooner. Was I too early now? I gotta get this thing down.
You've been listening to
Peace.
State of My Sports. From the Red Wings to the Lions, to the Tigers to the Pistons, to Michigan and Michigan State, and everything in between, we're talking about it. And don't forget the beer. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. In the meantime, hook up with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at State of My Sports with an MI. We'll see you next time.